All right, hello and welcome to tonight's episode. Episode 9, Tales of Winternock, Tale of Cybil's Spear, our live play D&D 5e game. I'm Silver, as always. I'll be your storyteller this evening, and with me are our players. Pope.
Hello. That's me. I play Volt. He's a ghoul rogue, and he's small, but he's dangerous.
Ernie.
Hi, I'm back. I play Kiesel.
Conrad.
Hi, I'm Conrad. I play our warlock Salinas.
Dustin.
I am Alfred, the resident artificer.
AJ.
I'm AJ. I play our wildfire druid Xedre.
And the barbarian Jeff.
Yep, I'm Alfred the Barbarian.
All right, for those of you tuning in for the first time, or if you have missed or want to rewatch our previous sessions, you can find the link to our previous episodes on YouTube in the About section of our Twitch channel. And before we begin, want to thank Smiteworks for Fantasy Grounds, our virtual tabletop of choice, and as always, thanks to Sirenscape for our amazing ambiance, sound effects, and music, which would be an opportune time to start that up. Tales of Winternock is not affiliated with either of these companies other than the use of their products. And with all of that lovely introduction, onto tonight's tale. So last episode, party having made the rounds of the two taverns in Maidenthorn turned in for the evening back at the Hollow Archon. And after a restful night's sleep, the party awakened one by one to a light rain and chill in the air. Their breakfast and further planning was interrupted by the arrival of Captain Ryota of the Thorn Watch, who questioned Xedre and Vault about their claims the night before. And while they didn't make any friends, they were able to avoid any further trouble with the watch. And Salinas lined up mounts at Wynn's stable, and the party decided to head out immediately. As they arrived at the stables to pick up their mounts, they were greeted by Jenica, who had apparently been keeping tabs on them and was a bit disgruntled as she saddled up with the party to head for Ergard. Our tale resumes as the party makes their way south on the road to Ergard. And as you do your best to get your mounts in line and get acclimated to riding mounts, for those of you that this is a brand new process, you set off down the road to the light drizzly rain that continues to come down, bringing an extra chill to the midday ride. But overall, temperature's honestly not bad for this time of year. Just a little bit sub 60. Little light wind, that light drizzly rain that over time will get to probably be a bit of an issue, but as of right now, just a minor nuisance. The road seems to be fairly dry and looks like clear travel ahead. It's the sound of passing wagons, passing groups.
DM, I have a question. Yeah. Do I need to make an animal handling check for my horse?
You will at times, yes.
No, but like initially, because in the video that I watched last session, he'll have to roll his when he's here.
There we go. Thanks for the reminder. Yes, give me an animal handling for the first roll for the night.
Big mood.
All right, this is going to be better than my Arcana check. +1.
Yeah, it is.
Yep, not bad. You're able to get a pretty good bond started off with your horse. All of you guys are doing pretty well. No major issues. And I'm trusting that everybody took heed of the note. You are responsible for remembering your horse's name and your horse's description, because I'm not going to do that. So, and if anybody wants to make some lovely Hero Forge images for your horses for next week, that'd be awesome.
Oh, man.
Why is this going to be a dude with a horse head?
Bojack, the mount.
Anyway, Jenica kind of takes lead, heading out in front of the party and just kind of making her way off. She knows where she's going and she's just doing her job. But fairly nice travel as you head off and travel the first couple of miles without really any issue.
Are we riding in like a single file, or are we kind of riding like 2x2s?
You tell me.
All right, gang, we're riding in 2x2s, right?
Sure.
Probably. As long as the trail's not too narrow.
Who's riding with our lead?
I'll be up there. That's cool.
I'll be in there
Alfred
in the
will-
front with Walt.
We
Alfred
have
will
an
ride
odd-
up by Jenica.
Have an odd number of.
We have Brendel. Don't forget.
Oh fuck, Brendel's here.
He'll be behind me.
Xedre will ride next to Brendel.
All right, wherever we are on this list, Kiesel will be ridden up next to Salinas. I just kind of want to lean over and I know that we're supposed to be staying on task and everything, but I don't know, something just doesn't feel right.
About... This lowers his voice a little bit more.
All right, you've lowered your voice a little too much because I didn't hear what that was. Your microphone cut out.
Are you talking about Jenica?
No, not like that. Like the little small town shit back there with people getting murdered. I think we should maybe just spend some time on the way back and just do like a one-day investigation. Just take a look into it.
Like I said before, people get murdered in every town.
Yeah, I know, but not
I-
in the town that we're in.
The track record is sort of word for word. The towns we've been in since we've gotten in this group, we're getting killed.
Yeah, okay, no, that's not what I meant. I meant like beforehand, we'd roll up to towns, go see what people needed help with, and even before that, I would just see, what the local police or whatever would be doing about it. And I mean, the guards here clearly either don't give a shit or they're going to throw someone away in prison. And I don't know if there's something murdering about who's not in jail, then you kind of see where I'm coming from.
So we would have perhaps the opportunity to. No, it was surprising that it wasn't you this time, but people in our group sort of stuck their foot in their mouth, got the cards on our back, so there's not much we can do.
No, not without stepping on some toes, which I'm not super opposed to, but I know maybe other people might. I don't know.
I know.
Well, we can see if we have more time for it on the way back, but
If on the way back there have been more people who have died, we should stop and escape. If not, likely what they think happened.
yeah. Do you think the town up here sells cigarettes?
I mean,
Side note.
probably they sell booze.
Oh, okay, that's great. They sell booze too. And Kiesel will kind of go back to writing.
All right, just so I have this order down correctly. So Kiesel and Salinas are together. Is it Alfred or Vault that's up with Jenica?
I think
Alfred wanted
Alfred
to be
said
up
he wants to, so I'll go.
Okay.
One.
So Vault, you're with
Joffrey.
Jofredir,
You'll be right, yep.
And then Brendel
is with Xedre.
Kiesel and Salinas are in the back.
Looks like it.
That would be my understanding, yes.
Nice.
Yeah, that checks out.
Cool kids sit in the back.
There was jostling of the horses to get to the front of the line.
All right. As you travel down the road, like I said, pretty easy going. No real issues. Birds singing despite the little bit of rain. Nice, pleasant trip. Moderate temperatures. Nothing really seems too bad. You get through a couple hours of travel down the road. You're reaching about midday at this point in time, which would be awesome if I... There. Up ahead, you see... Or it's your best determination is it's about midday, given cloud cover, continued rain. It's a little bit messy, but around midday, you see up ahead on the road a group of wagons stopped on the east side of the road, appear to be headed back the direction you're coming from. And several individuals seated outside the wagons on some buckets and barrels under a canopy that they've set up, hanging off the side of one of the wagons to try and keep out of the rain. As you get a little bit closer, Fall, we'll say you're the first one that would clock this with your passive, but you would count roughly 10 individuals in this little makeshift side of the road camp. 2 pack of deer, 6 dwarves, a human, and a catfolk. All seem to be mostly commoner type attire, maybe merchants. And the female pack of deer amongst the party, there's a female and a male. The female just gives you guys a polite wave as you're going past.
I will wave back. Can I hear what they're talking about, roughly? Is there anything of note being discussed, or?
It just sounds like I'm picking up a little bit of, when that wagon got stuck back on the road a little bit ago. When's this rain gonna let up? Just some general travel annoyances. Presumably they've been on the road as long as you guys will be on the road. So they've been traveling a bit and looking to get to some sort of a dry destination. They're sick of the rain.
Okay.
Do they have any insignia or banner that they carry, or a company?
Nope. Nothing to show any sort of affiliation with any group. You can give me a perception.
Sure. Not performance.
All right. With a perception of 12, you're able to pick up just from glancing in the wagons and whatnot and what stuff they have about them. They appear to be some sort of a merchant caravan. But no affiliation or anything like that.
While Alfred's looking at that, Xedre would like to try to lean off the side of the horse and see if the wheels of the wagons have any wear and tear to them. Are all the spokes intact?
Okay. I'll call that a perception check. Combined with an animal handling check.
Are
you sure
well, that might be indicative of my animal handling.
Amazing animal handling. You look like a stud, just kind of leaning over the side, nonchalantly just looking over. But unfortunately, as you're leaning over the side, all you catch sight of is Big Brendel's legs hanging out off the side of his horse, and you just can't see anything.
He'll just sigh, and then just sit back up on his horse and just lazily with his head to the side. Continue along.
All right. As you continue on your journey, pass through the midday, do you guys take any break as to stopping to eat rations or anything like that? I think somebody maybe stole the muffins from the last place.
I don't think we stole. Didn't we just ask?
I didn't steal them. You took your leftover muffins.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yes,
listen,
I took my leftover muffins.
Yes.
We're rhubarb.
It's the responsible thing to do.
You guys can eat in the saddle if you so choose. Just asking whether you guys would stop or not.
How are the
Potty
horses
breaks.
looking? Are they looking hungry? If they need to stop, I'll stop for my
They seem to
colt named
be.
Lord. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
they seem to be doing okay. I mean, every once in a while, it probably you cross a couple streams as you go through, just like little tiny ones, and so you get an opportunity to just water them a little bit, give them a little break. But I'm asking more like if you take like a more substantial like stop for an hour or something like that.
Jenica, do you want to stop, or should we just keep moving forward?
Question.
I don't get paid by the hour, so the sooner we get there, the sooner I'm done.
All right, let's just keep moving then.
Question.
Would there be anything that Alfred would know, like, that these woods might be, like, good for? Like, anything that we could, like, quickly stop and, like, forage or sort of, like, find around?
Give me a nature check.
Okay.
Ooh, rolled that hard. Not anything in particular. I mean, your basic knowledge of Maidenthorn, just from some affiliation because of being another Infernus location, is that there is a good number of herbs and stuff that grow in the Bramblethorn, but like what they are, really outside of your knowledge base.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And
All right.
you press on.
Continuing on down the road, you start to near the late afternoon. It's been a pretty pleasant trip. No real issues. The rain starts to get to the point where the temperature is cooling a little bit as the evening approaches. Everybody give me a con save.
You got
Oh,
Roll for influenza.
be good.
I'm not great at those.
I am.
I'm a fan of rolling average today.
All right. Salinas, you notice it the most with a 7, but it's just a matter of there's a good chill to the air, and that rain seeping through your clothes, and you got the two of you with the prestidigitation can do what you want to try and like get it back off of there, but you still got the little bit of rain running down your neck, going down in underneath your clothes, and just providing that really good chill, but not to the point that it causes any sort of issues. Just it's cold, it sucks, it's not pleasant. And as you reach about mid to late afternoon, you can start to see the colors changing as the sun disappears behind the trees. Because as you're going, you are traveling through the forest, but there's a good clearing on each side. Not a whole lot of risk of any major, like, here's going to be some monster coming out of the woods or anything like that. But you're definitely not like outside of the forest. You're traveling through the forest. It just seems to be a lighter portion compared to what you could see from the south side of Maidenthorn. And yeah, you should have that lovely map that I
Up
apparently
close and
deleted
personal.
off of my one. So yeah, if you look at the Granite Sound map, which I'll reshare that. So yeah, you're heading west and reaching about nearing the bend. The road kind of zigzags here and there to get around different issues, but as the light starts to turn a little bit more orange, that cold getting to you a little bit more, you see a couple individuals step out into the road up ahead. Clock a female human and 2 male dwarves. And Jenica just immediately like puts a hand up to kind of halt the party, and just kind of settles in. What do the rest of you do?
I've got a mage hand, umbrella. That's it. A path.
I've been riding with my ad slide laid across my lap, so I have easy access to it. So I'm just like, I'm just holding on to it, just ready.
All right.
Yeah, at seeing Jenica tense up, Alfred will start to pull out his tried and true underneath and holding it just out of sight by the horse.
Xedre would not be focused. He would be fully like leaned over his horse, like trying to feed Crunch a carrot,
Nice.
and then probably stop because of the people in front of him.
Xedre, the official snack carrier for the horse brigade here. So,
Xedre actually role-playing what he would be doing.
you hear a voice come from up ahead. Alfred, of course, you're at the front as the leader of this party. And the female human just kind of steps up. Gonna need to pay the toll. And you watch as the two dwarven males like take out maces they've been kind of holding behind and just start doing the smack in the hand.
You're just gonna turn back to Kiesel and be like, I'm just gonna smile at him.
I'm gonna turn my attention towards Jenica. Should we just like plow through him and run, or do you want to kill him? Because I mean that's a pretty valid threat against our lives.
Violence costs you extra.
Excuse me,
I'm
my
sure
good
the dead bodies
sirs.
will pay for themselves.
Kiesel, perhaps we should start by asking if they have any official paperwork before we start murdering them.
I don't think these are the types to have paperwork.
Who do you work with, my good sirs?
There are no tolls and like this.
Yeah, these roads are barely paid for. They're still fucking dead.
We will,
That's a friendly face.
Yeah.
Sure.
She just kind of looks over at the two dwarves and just kind of like giggles to herself a little bit, chuckles a little bit. This isn't a negotiation. It's pay the toll and you could be on your way. We're reasonable. Looking and just kind of like eyeing up all your guys' gear, specifically like seeing a couple, staff of healing sticking out from behind Xedre and some other things that look a little bit more on the valuable end, not to mention 8 horses.
DM,
How can Kiesel yell out to the front? Were you smart enough to have more than just 3, or are they in the tree? Is this like how prepared are you for this? Because right now it's just 2 guys with maces that are weighing them down. They won't be able to hit us. This is some pretty shitty planning.
You're just gonna lean over the vault. Do you see anybody in the trees?
I have 2 questions.
Sure.
1, what can I tell about what's happening? And 2, am I considered not moving as it pertains to steady aim?
Oh.
At this point in time, yes. Because you guys have stopped, so...
What can I tell if there's anything around us, people-wise, beyond our wonderful compatriots?
Give me a perception check.
I would love to. That's my favorite role.
I would also love for Vault to give us a perception check.
And start like speaking underneath his breath.
Oh, 28!
It's a fucking Beyblade!
Alright. You immediately clock 2 other individuals. A female elf and a female dwarf. One on the left side of the road, one on the right side of the road, just kind of like off in the trees. They're pretty well hidden, but with a 28, yeah, it's not a problem.
As the rain picks up, is there any like storming on the horizon? Like, has there been any like rumbling in the distance or anything like that?
Thought.
Give me a perception.
Okay.
I also have a question about the environment.
Yeah.
How dense is this? Is this like walking through your neighborhood dog park with the trees planted, or is this like kind of thick, like U.S. Eastern forest type? Like there be Sasquatches in these hills.
I'm a Sasquatch.
Where you're at, it appears to be fairly thin, but you quickly lose sight of any light. The further off to the east you look into the woods, it just starts to get denser and denser and denser the further deep it goes.
Well, that's also because it's like darker, like at night.
Yeah, as you're approaching night, you got a little bit of that, but just as you've observed it over the course of your trip, it's been to the east, it's denser. To the west, it's a little bit on the lighter side, thinning trees, some more clearings and whatnot. Creature-wise, you can presume that all the things you've been told about in town probably are within this forest, pretty much across the entire forest. So the panthers, the chicken lizard things, and the
Dogs.
yeah, the blink dogs. I believe that was the third one that was listed.
In this brief kind of moment of pause, to say, Jenica, do I have permission to engage?
How far away are they?
Okay,
from
I want to
us?
fire an attack at the first person to my right.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
As soon as she waves her hand like she doesn't care, I'm shooting people.
Also how far away are they?
Okay.
Crossbow
Well,
attack.
why don't we throw a map up here at this point? So, everybody roll initiative.
Everyone's so eager.
Really?
I have a spell I've been dying
Ooh.
to use.
My brain just broke. Like, where's the initiative button? Those are some good initiative rolls.
Yeah, 20.
Oh,
When a
some
19
of
is
them.
third.
Are you still missing? Oh, that's everyone.
Brendel.
there, yeah.
I could roll for him, but he's not attacking. He's cool.
Not going to be in the fight. He's going to instantly murked.
No, Brendel is
He's
safe.
the least threatening. They'll keep him to be like bitch boy.
We did?
No,
Yeah.
no. He's a friend. Our friend.
All right.
We pay him gold.
You pay him gold.
Yeah, I do.
For eternity.
As long as he wants to be paid.
That's a good deal, TBH.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are saying this is a terrible deal. Like, oh, this is so bad.
Shut
His
up.
family's enslaved. I'm like, no, he's not. They can choose to leave. They just got to give me 30 days notice.
Okay.
It's like a-
Another
it's
ball.
like-
Bolton, Gopherdeer, you
it's like a
guys are
cable
second in
contract.
line. Am I remembering correctly here? Alfred and Jenica, Bolton, Gopherdeer, Xedre, and Brendel.
So
Which I gotta put Brendel on the.
our girly is
Combat
like,
tracker.
she's like, it's cool to kill people, right?
She waved
She
her
pretty
hand.
much just waved her hand as being whatever.
Whatever, dude.
Sent is an enthusiastic yes, but okay.
That's the
I didn't
sound
say
of no one
kill, I just said-
disagreeing.
I didn't say kill, I just said attack.
You said engage.
Gauge.
This
You
could
gonna
be my
dance
very
with
first
them?
intimidation if I just shoot the tree next to him.
Okay. I think we got.
Actually, second intimidation.
The first one failed miserably.
No, actually, I intimidated Brendel on the boat expertly, so I guess this is my
Oh
third.
damn,
floating
bro!
in a
Just
dark
fucking
sky.
indoors.
Just for you, Cedric, we have clouds.
Are they storm clouds? I got a 13.
Yeah, I mean, there's still been the drizzling rain all day, so you got just a little bit of clouds, but what did you get on that perception? 13?
I
Okay,
don't-
give me a survival on top of that then.
Ooh, yes, please. I'm
Well-
not a nature druid, but I'm a survival boy.
While we are rolling this survival check, oh, never mind. I'm done. Okay, it loaded.
Yeah, it was. I don't know.
Hey, look, we found the people.
Okay.
Oh, cool. My fantasy.
Oh,
cards is-
cool.
I
they're
said
all
my right,
close.
but now looking at the map, I would shoot the person, the thug elf to my left. Wait,
Thug
are they?
elf.
Are these? How many women are here attacking us? I feel bad. I don't know why.
3 women, 2 men.
Bro, please.
This is equal rights and equal lefts,
Yes,
right?
equal rights and equal left. You're right about that.
Equal
Okay.
lessons are being taught.
Ooh. Okay. Here is my survival.
It could not
Oh,
have.
I don't know what that was. Oh, that was my survival? I'm going to use my inspiration on this. This is
Okay.
important.
Yeah.
I want this.
Whew,
Okay.
nice,
Nice.
nice switch.
I mean, it couldn't be worse.
Yeah, you get the distinct sense that this is the beginning of the storm, not the end of the storm, and that there actually is probably more coming.
Okay.
Could not have chosen a worse group to try and rob.
Yeah, honestly, dude.
Hey, they take what they get.
So
And that's to their face.
Rolled a nat 1 on their find targets check.
Right. It's like the bandits in Skyrim that come up to rob you when
Never
you're
should
wearing
have
like
come here.
Xedre armor. Give me everything you got. It's like, do you know who I am?
I just ate a dragon, dude. What are you doing?
no,
Kill my
that's their
soul
problem.
gem.
They do not know who we are, but they are about to.
Okay, so where are we in the initiative order here? Are we going straight through it?
All right. So, top of the initiative order is Jenica, who has basically just waved her hand as being combat's extra, so she's not doing anything.
That's fair.
Kiesel, do you have you making the first move, or do you want to hold?
Well,
Lovely 23.
I got all these people up in my periphery, so I want to get off my horse, and I'm gonna make a beeline straight for this lady right here, Thug Dwarf 29.
Okay, so quick question.
Right.
Did Vault point out the 2 people next to us? Does Kiesel know that there's the other 2 people?
I don't think Kiesel knows.
He's getting off his
Oh.
horse. It's
Kiesel, you
fine.
can give me a perception check to see whether you
Well,
would have clocked him.
This. There's 2 moves here then, and they're all dependent on this.
No, and your perception would still be part of the coming up to this, just like Vault's was. So, 14. Ooh.
Yeah, they're kind of hidden.
Yep. 16 on the stealth. So,
So then-
for that one on that side, you do not clock that
Then
one.
here's what we're gonna do.
But let's see if you clock the other one, just to be safe.
Just to be safe, I gotta make perceptions for both.
No, they got to
The-
do.
the
No,
other-
no,
no,
you
they
use
have
your
to-
same perception.
they-
Okay, you do see the one on the left, not the one on the right.
Okay,
See
I would
Thug
clock-
Elf.
I would clock the one on the left.
Thug elf.
And I still want to beeline it to Thug Dwarf up here though. So
Who you don't see.
That's the one on the left, right?
that's the guy on the left of the lady.
Okay.
Oh, this one up here.
23,
Oh, okay.
25?
23 or 25?
I don't. I clicked my token. I don't know. 25.
Okay.
Look, they're turning. I like watching.
I was trying to make them look like they're in the right position here.
I'm just gonna get off my horse. I'm not in no hurry, and then I'm gonna beeline it to this guy.
It's just walking.
I wanna call out.
We need some better music than this.
There's one on the left of the fucking bushes, and then I wanna grab my glaive and. Can I try to just like straight hit this guy's mace and disarm him? Like, I'm not gonna murder him. I'm not gonna be that guy yet, but like, can I just try to disarm him?
We're not being that guy yet.
Well,
Yeah. You can. Just roll your attack in the chat box. Don't roll it on the character. Because if you're going to aim to disarm him, it's going to be a higher AC than his AC.
mhm. I get 2 attacks per action, so I can try
Yep.
to do this twice.
17. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, it's 17. No. That would fail to disarm him. You want to give it another shot?
I want to look at him and just go, Do you really want this?
Bring it on.
Yes!
I'll let you tap out still if you're missing an arm.
Okay, 18 would also fail to hit the disarm, but we will count it as a hit.
Oh, I was
if you
trying to
want
hit
actually
him.
deal damage.
No, I want to go hit him.
Okay, well then you're good.
That's
Either way,
kind
you
of-
hit him. So
No.
what I got the sense. Mentioning him.
Oh,
arm.
fuck off.
Womp.
Ugh. Gonna beat you for that.
You don't have to die for this, friend. I can assure you, we're much more charitable, but we're very extra violent. And that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, which means it's Alfred's turn.
Yeah, upon
Watching
seeing
Kiesel run off, yelling there's somebody in the trees, and goes off and starts swinging at this guy.
Alfred will see Kiesel and immediately hop on the bandwagon proverbially by hopping off his horse and
Okay.
running up to Ryan? Rian? I don't know.
Rin.
Rin. He will brandish his scimitar and his scimitar.
Okay.
On the edges of it, it'll have a slight glow to it as it begins to cackle and a small wisp will come up and eventually it will be engulfed in flames. You'll run up to Ring and take one slash at her
All right.
with a green
Attack away.
blade. Where's
You said that blade was green?
yeah?
Holy shit, bro. You're gonna melt her face.
I hope so.
That'll get these people to stop.
I hope so.
Woo!
Oh, she.
Big boy damage.
Just cut her head off in one.
See it.
Alfred's running up to her. Alfred will ask, I presume you're the leader? One slash. That'll be that.
Jeez.
Oh my god!
GG.
Ouch.
Oh!
Then after that, is she still standing?
We'll find
Yeah.
out.
Alright, after that, he'll come down, and because the cannon is on the same arm, he will then pull back just to like give himself some room, ready his arm, and take one shot with his bonus action.
Alfred, this is a whole other side of you.
But we saw it when he was trying to murder Kiesel that one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, dude.
Oh boy.
He's back home. He feels comfortable again.
Roll for comfort damage.
Home team advantage.
Yup.
Big ol' hit.
All right, that hits.
Another 8.
Another 8.
Big ol'.
She kind of just flexes a little bit. I was kind of hoping to take all your shit.
At that, Alfred will back. Well, he won't back up like a whole like 5 feet, but he'll just like take one step back in bewilderment. Well, nice to meet you. That'll be the end of his turn.
All right, anything else on your turn, Alfred?
No, my name's Alfred, and that's it.
What's Brendel doing?
I'm gonna tell Brindell to not move and just dodge shit. Brindell will take the dodge action.
Okay. All right. Which brings up thug number 25 after Kiesel was swinging at him.
Oh,
Protect the leader.
BM, bro.
And he is going to come in and swing with his mace on Alfred.
Bonk.
Dodges, and he's going to swing again.
Nice.
Back swing coming back up. 24 to hit.
Well, I will quickly turn my side, and a cackle of energy will come out from the other side of my cannon, and I'll cast shield.
But do you have a IC of 20?
Yeah, you throw up the shield, which puts you to a 21. His 24 still hits.
Oh shit.
That's plus 5 to your AC.
I said I did it.
So he broke the fucking shield.
Yeah, no, he breaks the shield.
But it's still there. He just managed to get through it.
Yeah. So just you see is that nice energy barrier that you throw up is just not quite quick enough as it comes through. It just hits your shoulder, and just there's a big loud crunch as it hits for 8 damage, just like crushing your shoulder slightly. And that is it for his turn. Vault.
Oh, he got so cocky. He got so caught up into it. Oh fuck.
Question: given being on a horse, would I be at disadvantage attacking here, or am I at advantage, or am I at neutral? Where are we at on this? I need to know if I need to get off my horse to shoot my crossbow. Would I know if the horse is going to be spook? I know he was a little bit more.
Give me an animal handling check, and I'm not going to count this as being. This is going to count against your turn. So,
you're really nice.
How well are you controlling this?
Okay, I know that my horse is a little bit of a fussy busters. That's the perfect horse for me.
Because you're a buster.
Okay. With an 18,
Fussy.
you got this horse under control. Barring it being spooked by something, you can count it as it's not going to cause disadvantage for your attacks for this battle.
Yay!
If it takes damage, that may change.
Sure.
But
well then, looking at the leader, do I have a clean shot on the leader there from horseback?
No. Not with Jenica on horseback in front of you and Alfred in front of her.
Would Dwarf 25 give? Would I have clean?
You can shoot clean on 25.
25. Okay.
Yep.
And that's the one who's been hit by Kiesel, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I was gonna hit Thug Elf over here, but I guess let's pile on some damage here. I am going to start with a hex on Thug 25.
All right.
This one. Do we grab the lasso? No, it's the little walkie dude, right? And then drop it on Dwarf or drop it on myself? I forget.
The effect, it goes on him.
Hex. Okay.
The hex, yes.
Forgot the sound effect.
I'll hex you for that. I like that it's like almost Vault's voice. And we'll take our first crossbow hit. I believe this is with advantage and would be sneak attackable since he's in combat. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you'd have advantage on it because he's engaged with an ally within 5 feet.
A sneak attack because of that. He has advantage because of steady aim, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
all right,
which
let's
gives you
go,
sneak
Thug
attack
Dwarf.
anyway, so.
It's not a good hit, but since I get to reroll, it is.
Sneak attack.
Nice.
Up
Okay.
to 3/6. Oh baby.
Also, I learned this thing earlier. I didn't say this, but when we were fighting the Merspitzen, I should have killed him. Hex damage crits. I'm supposed to double hex damage. We didn't do that, and he survived one HP.
Dang.
A thing I learned later. Anyway, so I will drop some damage on this dude. That sounds
All right.
Hecka damage.
Oh, yeah. Waste him.
Oh shit,
Just-
he died way faster. I wasn't expecting to kill him.
Full on headshot, pierces through and drops him to the ground. Just blood spitting everywhere. Man, yeah, I did not expect that to be that flippin' quick.
Excuse me, but if you don't want to all die, I would suggest surrendering. And maybe giving me all your gold. We could use it.
There we go.
Give me a socks.
This
your
is a
shoes.
robbery.
There's the raid.
Call the ambulance, but not for me.
Yeah, this is the real fucking ambush.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Look, free shit.
Free shit.
No reverse card.
No reverse.
All right, that'll bring up Rin.
Probably should have called out that elf to my side, but I'm just gonna. Fine.
All right, she is swing on Alfred. She's kind of going into a little bit of a blood frenzy fury from watching her friend drop to the ground. $20 to hit.
Still have shield up.
Yep. That's gonna miss.
Nice.
And she'll swing again.
Oh,
The return crit.
the return crit.
All right. Swings, it just clocks the other shoulder.
Oh.
Moderate.
Too bad.
All right, and third strike.
Oh.
Alfred's just like hanging with his left shoulder, just
All right,
like dangling.
that's below the shield, so.
Bird, good.
Nice shield.
All right, and she is
That didn't get wasted.
gonna bonus action disengage and truck it.
She is.
Good move. That's a good move. We should
Engage and do
chase
what?
them down and make sure they don't tell anybody.
You better run farther than that.
We're on
That's all the
horses.
further she can get. And the other dwarf is just like, what?
Oh.
That worked lovely. Note to self, Dice Tower does not work if it's partially covered up by the map. He charges in on Alfred and tries to hit. Despite his leader running. And misses horribly. Second attack. Oh, another horrible. This guy sucks. 4 and a 3.
Just
That's
sitting here
horrible.
with his other arm protecting him, not even like with.
Not
It's
even
kind
the
of
main
just
arm.
like limp hanging there, but it's like dodging around, no problem.
You're like whipping your whole body with your dislocated arm.
All right, that brings us
Fucking
to
right.
Thug Elf on the side here.
Not even paying attention to this guy.
And she runs.
They didn't leave their money behind.
And she's gonna dash, so she is gonzo at this point.
The thug dwarf or the thug elf?
Thug elf.
Yeah, the dwarf. Oh, sorry, I ran the wrong one. All right. The dwarf ran. Elf is up next anyway, so. Yep, she's gonna run too. All right, that leaves Xedre. You're 13 in the initiative count. There is only one target nearby, but you do see Ren running down the road.
Yeah, after giving Crunch the carrot, Xedre's gonna go ahead and whip the reins, and he's gonna go off to the side. And I don't know how fast a horse can move, since I haven't wild shaped into one yet.
So the draft horses, I believe, are 40.
Dang, that's so fast.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, Xedre's gonna go ahead and peel off, and he's going to go as far as he can. That's 35. Oh, that's a diagonal. Okay. Oh, okay. I see now. This map is so weird because it's like cutting off my line of sight. Okay,
Yeah.
I see her now. Cool. Then yeah, Xedre's gonna go ahead and look at her, like where she stopped, and he's gonna like look up at the sky and just kind of trace a line, and then he's going to offer a quick prayer to Zephora, and he is going to go ahead and with a fire-tipped finger cast Call Lightning on her.
I was just
So-
gonna tackle her.
I'm gonna go ahead and summon the cloud like above me, and then it's going to just like strike out at her. And
Right.
because it's stormy conditions, I get an extra D10 on the damage if she. Well, she has to make a dex save, but I'll roll that onto her.
Okay.
My fantasy grounds is acting slow today. Boop. Okay. Cool. So, she needs to do a dex save on that. I think that dragged onto her. Oh, I guess not. There. And I'll do
Success.
concentration on myself. Cool. So she saved, so she'll take half damage.
Okay, and it should auto do it, so you can drag the
Okay,
damage
it will
onto her.
be an extra D10 as well. That'll be half,
Okay.
which I'll roll separately. Okay, so
Okay. So an extra 3.
16. Yeah.
It did it have? It doesn't look like it did.
Yeah, it ran it up as 8
Okay.
instead of the 16.
Okay.
She's still up.
What a badass.
With that,
Is she limping?
She looks a little bit beat up, but not severely in any way.
Oh my god.
Xedre will last thing just like call out from on top of Crunch as he's like petting his head to try to calm him down. If you try to keep on running, like I'm just gonna do that again. So you probably just want to like stop and face the music, honestly, and that'll be his turn.
Okay.
Magic resistance.
Salinas.
Venus is not going to even move. It's going to
Million miles.
you
sight.
see him take out a small sculpted gold, and sit out. Lands. It's gonna land, flip end over end, land on the dirt next to Xedre. Just want to say, Snowdrop, her from fleeing from that place, goes to a 5-foot tall figure in glowing armor with a snowdrop flower as a head, and it's going to turn and to cut line in the air, its sword, step through it, reappear in front of Nika and hold its sword out at her.
In front of who?
Jenica, sorry, Rain.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, in front of Rin. Okay.
And
Is this
yes, my
the
bad.
fuming, mirthful, or tricksy
You can see
Fey spirit? Okay.
you can see it faintly, actually like, giving off waves of light. This jagged of little blade looks like it's wrapped in vines to hold it out, and if she tries to flee, it's going to try and take the grapple.
Okay. All right. So
for-
roughly there, or do you want diagonal in front?
Was it fleeing? Was she fleeing left?
She's heading, like, gonna be turning the corner. The road goes around the corner here.
Right. No. Yeah.
so
That's
this would be in front of her.
okay. And then the bonus action. With his other hand, gesture, and hills of Aurora Borealis-looking rainbow energy is going to flit over to Alfred.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Alfred will sort of like pop his shoulder back in place. Oh, thank you.
That's my turn.
All right, and the Face Spirit is now in your cohorts tab to bring out
Okay.
whenever you cast that in the future. If you use the fuming, if you want the other ones, I can put those in there too. So,
I appreciate it.
all right, Yofredir.
Does it seem like she's stopping?
Like, does she react to the face spirit?
Yes. Well, okay. I'll say yes. She reacted to the Face Spirit. I won't say that she necessarily looks like she's stopping, but she kind of skids to a halt to try and avoid running into this thing, at least.
So I'm also on a draft horse, right?
Yes.
What's it matter? You're just as fast.
Yeah. He is a draft horse.
Running beside it.
I forget. Does it take half your movement to dismount, or is it 5 feet or 10 or something? I forget.
That's a good question. I know how to get up off a prone, but I've never got off a horse before.
I would say it would be half your movement to dismount.
Okay.
Just the same as getting up. I would say the effort to get up off the ground is probably less than it is to get off a horse.
3/4 of your movement per roll.
So I could run with my horse to Xedre, hand the reins to Xedre, hop off, and make it to her still.
Yeah.
Or I could kill the dude next to Alfred.
Or you could kill the dude next to Alfred.
No, don't take that from me, bro.
Alfred's having his moment. So yeah, I would ride the horse to there next to Xedre and hop off, handing the reins to Xedre. Or I wouldn't really hand him, I'd just drop him and be like, stay. So I've been talking to this horse the whole ride almost.
He understands.
And then I'll hop off and run up to her. And I'll rage.
There it is.
I'm gonna be like, you should pick your enemies a bit smarter, and I'm gonna reckless attack.
Yes! Yofredir truly is a madman. Uncivilized.
We are so combat
Uncivilized.
starved.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Oh.
Alfred's been seeing Yofredir this entire time. Where do you think he's picking this up from?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna swing a second time.
Whew.
Oh, jeez. She's
Oh, I need some better
Man,
damage rolls.
awful damage rolls, but
Yeah.
nice hits.
Okay, I raged. So yeah, that's it. That's my turn.
It's a good turn. Now Frank
All
turn.
right.
Self-range is gonna kill it.
Order.
Love that Bryn Dowd rolled higher.
Jenica's
Oh.
just gonna stay with just sitting back. You guys have this in hand.
He's not worried.
Kiesel.
Well, since that's getting taken care of, and we're kind of in a secure position, I'm gonna run up to Dickhead over here, who's hitting Dickhead over here, and I'm going to attack this guy. Yeah, he laid into him, so I'm not gonna try to disarm him.
Alfred can understand that insult. He'd be very mad.
I meant to say that I was gonna actually hit him this. There we go.
Here you go.
There we go. Yeah, he's like, you go, my friend. Oh, come on, you can't. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I go for the same move I pulled. I come down, but instead of disarming him, I catch him up the come up and I just stab him straight in the chest. And then, real quick, because I do have a glaive. Oh shit! It's from Two-Hand Fighter. But I can make a bonus action and attack with the bottom part of my hilt. So
Pull armrest.
yes, it's from Pam.
Oh, Pam.
Oh no, I should have looked this up before I made a fool of myself. Hold on.
The D4.
It's a D4.
Indeed.
So it's a normal
Normal attack.
normal attack roll with a D4 as my damage. Gotcha. Sweet, I know what I'm doing.
Well,
See,
Ew.
what the plan was to butt him, but instead I got too much dirt, so I just kicked the dirt up in his face instead.
The mud.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah, you try and kick the dirt up in his face, and you just like get mud all over his boots. You hold
We can buy you new boots. You don't have to attack us.
Any action searching?
No, because there's gonna be worse things up ahead. I know, so. I don't.
All right, Alfred.
Alfred is not even paying attention to the idiot on his left. He's like kneeled down. He had one arm on his shoulder, like holding it, like putting it back in. But now he's readied himself, sort of knee on the ground, ready, stay, aimed, action. Just gonna take one shot at. Try and take him out in the back. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Big old shot. Uh-huh.
All right, she is
quite.
in bad shape. She is just hit, and you kind of return the favor. Hits her in the left shoulder, and just kind of like, you just hear this crunch as it goes, and just bends forward.
God, Yofredir heard that.
Yeah, I'll then turn my attention, being satisfied with that, and say, "Can you just shut up already?" And we'll take his blade and just turn to the thug, slap up.
What a leader, Alfred.
He's done. He's ready.
Send him to Infernus.
Again, you'll see like a big ol' a wisp come up from the edge of the blade as it begins to burn, and he will show him the true might of Infernus.
All right.
Nice.
Ooh,
Oh!
double crits today.
Oh my gosh,
Crits
twice in a
tonight.
row.
Yo, this man is lopping heads off tonight.
Yeah, so
A lot of things happen.
Wow.
Everything.
All of it.
Yeah.
and then his head will be there for a second, and then suddenly he will not have his head. To which point the Alfred will just sort of like slick his blade back and like let out a sigh, like a big old.
We got a Mace Windu executing Django Fett incident here, just like cauterized wound and just head rolling on the floor.
Oh,
You
if
just
they haven't,
execute this guy.
All right.
if the rest of them haven't run yet, my gods.
That'll be it for Alfred.
Yeah, minor turn. Nothing really big happened. Brendel.
Well, Brandel is definitely glad to not be dead to this group. I think that I would like to have Mr. Brindell be looking around and see what type of danger is there. He's still going to be doing the dodge action, but if he can search for, well, actually, can he do a search to see where the people have run to instead of a dodge action?
Yeah. Give me a perception check from Brendel.
Let's go, Brindell. How do we roll his perception?
You drag that C or click the C because he doesn't have a perception proficiency. So on his
Wisdom
character
C.
sheet. Yep.
Let's see what he can find.
Oh, pretty
Ooh,
good.
he's got the eagle eyes going, despite his -1.
Brindell has rolled so well.
Right there with him.
What a badass.
-1 solidarity.
Boss, they went to the trees. The trees over there.
Excellent work, Brindell. And that'll be his turn.
All right, and then you're up, Volt.
Okay. Do I see where they went? Does my 28 still carry at all? Or do I need to re-roll in this situation since people have been moving?
Yeah, you'd have to re-roll perception to see if you could try and track where any of them went.
Sure. I would like to do that. Can I do it with advantage since Brindell just rolled?
Being as he just told you they ran into the trees, no. He wasn't much help.
Good job, Brindell. Excellent stuff. We'll act like that helped a lot. 22.
Pretty good.
That's probably good enough.
You feel pretty apt that you could try and follow into the woods off to the left to see where the elf went.
Okay. Did I see any insignias or anything that would like indicate these are like more organized than just like the 5 of them? Earlier on. I think they're probably not worth chasing.
It's pretty low-grade armor. Definitely no sort of insignia or any sort of identification to show they're connected with anybody.
Sure.
Could be on purpose to avoid, affiliation, or could just be that they have no affiliation.
Okay. Well then, I guess what I'll do is, if I can use a bonus action, if I didn't already use it on my perception check, if I used it, then whatever. If I have a bonus action, I would like to move my hex over to the thug leader. Is that acceptable?
What's your range on the hex? 90? Oh yeah, you're well within. Yeah. I'll let you do that.
Cool. Oh,
I'll hex you for that one.
there you go.
Just so we get to keep hearing the hag.
Yeah, dude, we love that one. And then I guess I'll just kind of like take my horse. This is the fastest Vault will ever be able to move. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let's just move like 40 feet. Here-ish. Come hang out with Mr. Xedre and his horse. And I would like to, if possible, hold my action to see if the thug leader tries anything to attack us or run away. If she does either of those things, I would like to shoot her and try to kill her. And otherwise, I would like to stand still and hold my crossbow and just be threatening.
Okay.
I would like to take 1 death, please.
That is the end of my turn.
All right. That'll bring up
Hex you for that one.
the leader.
Does the 4 mean?
Fuck.
GG!
Yes, Salinas.
Happy to provide you with compensation. I'm sorry. It's a big misunderstanding. Just,
Are you in the market to be hired?
She is not.
Oh, certainly. Yeah, sure. If it means this guy's not gonna swing at me again.
If you give me a little while, I could draw up a contract. How many people are you in charge of?
I really need to stop you.
Looks like she's by
Looks
herself
back,
now.
sees the 2 bodies. Like, Was 4.
I thought it's a 4 others besides you. Now 2. Can you bring them back over here?
I'm thinking it's 0 now.
Oh no, actually, your elf friend, she escaped. We could chase her, but I don't want to. Seems
Sorry, you said under my control. I figure if I catch up to her, she's not going to be alive much longer. So, anyway, what can we work out employment-wise? That sounds terrific. And just kind of like sidestepping away from Yofrid. You're like just going to the edge, not out to an opportunity attack, but just like.
Hey, I wanna
Kiesel would
mosey.
like
I wanna
to-
mosey my horse over there and cast prestidigitation and clean her up.
Kiesel would
she-
like to do certain things. Can I take is the head that Dustin lobbed off still available?
Sure.
All right, I'm grabbing the head. I'm tucking it under the armpit, and I'm gonna walk up to this lady into this conversation. I'd like to walk right up to her. Is this your first time doing this, or please tell me you haven't robbed anybody stupider than us, because it's kind of hard to find in certain places. You see this here? This could have easily been you, and you would have robbed us for 50, 60, maybe a year's worth of gold, but you didn't. And now you look like, well, you could look like this. So, I need someone to rest this. So, and I'm going to tilt down the head of the decapitated body so the eyes hopefully kind of flutter open as I'm doing this.
So it's just like dripping on your head.
It's just
It's cauterized.
Cauterized.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking.
Right.
You sliced it, so
later.
so there's no hazard. So and I would have looked at me like, would you have liked to end up like this? And I want to like look a real. I want to look her real deep in the eyes and try to intimidate her with this move.
All right.
Yofrid looks super proud.
It's a clean move. We'll give you an advantage on that.
Xedre wants to just like stand in the back, and he has like his finger ready, and he's just like watching if she makes any moves, and making sure that she's being honest in what she's saying, and not just like self-preservation instincts. She's like maybe thinking about this on a deeper level.
While this is going on, Alfred will go get his and Kiesel's horses to make sure they don't run off.
Drop is still maintaining the held action if she tries to go anywhere to like tackle her.
Yeah, just kind of like stepping away from the creepy creature that's shown up in front of her that she doesn't know what the freaking clue what the hell that is. And then Yofrid's axe, and now Kiesel with his making himself into a totem pole over here. So.
Oh, and these eyes, I'm just picturing her just like like just gnarly, just dead person eyes.
Yeah, Yofrid is just looking at the two bodies by Alfred and Kiesel doing this, and he just looks super proud.
What does a 23 get me with this lady?
She's thoroughly like compliant at this point.
So seeing
Xedre,
that,
your insight to that is she is thoroughly just like don't flip and kill me.
She's full.
Is the contract still an option?
I'll take that decapitated head and I'll fling it off and just throw it back. Great. No, I'm afraid the contract is not something that you would want to sign. However,
Actually, would like to hire her.
no,
potentially.
please. We have one we need to take care of. I can't handle two, let alone one that knows how to work a knife.
She's quite tanky. Are you good on a boat?
What's your name? What's your name? Ignore him. Look at me. I'm the one who scared the fuck out of you. I am literally batshit. I'll pull up my two knives. I could just stab myself right now, and you don't know that because you're so fucking scared. So answer my questions first. Where do you come from?
Down the road.
And what-
Ergard.
And Ergard. And are things that tough that you need to rob people?
It's a living. It's not really robbing. We just ask for payment for
And
safe
whose
travel.
authorization? Because it's already stealing when the city does it. So what you do makes it worse.
Really sorry.
Dude, like, what the fuck? Have you killed anybody? Have you killed anybody with those fucking toys that, those two dwarves just died with? Those are made out of wood. I think. I don't know. But they looked really shitty.
No,
you have-
we'll just pay the toll until you get. Seriously, could you move the head away?
Yeah, I'll throw it behind me. It just lands wherever it lands. So you sit here and you
see
oppress
her just
people.
kind of like choking on a little bit of vomit in her mouth.
You're sitting here and oppressing people and having them pay a toll under the threat of violence. We should just, I mean, we shouldn't even dig you. We should just leave you out here. Maybe we should tie you to a tree and see what happens when the crows get to you. Maybe tar you and feather you. Or maybe we can take your ass back to Ergard and drop you off somewhere. We can find a hole. Maybe it's called the City Guard. Surely there isn't a jail big enough for you in, is there?
Surely we can reach some arrangement that doesn't.
I don't know
need
about
to
any arrangement, lady. I'm fucking crazy.
Can I like move
I've
in on this
noticed-
conversation?
Can I cast message to Kiesel as I'm walking up to Vault?
Sure.
Wow.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, we're out of initiative at this point. in
Yeah,
time,
I'm
so
walking up
we
to
can use
Vault,
it really-
and I look like I'm going to like engage, like talking with Vault. But as I'm walking up, message Kiesel. Good authority work, but tone it down a little bit. I have a plan.
I want to send a message back in my head. I figured I just don't want another contract nonsense. I already hate having to deal after one person.
As
And
I
as-
approach Vault, I appreciate your bids for a more violent criminal. To let me try adding her my work for yours.
I feel as though I've called dibs on this one, but
Well, you did get the last one.
no one else claimed him. He was going to die, and she would too.
Look, if
Are
what
they
I,
having this conversation at a normal volume,
Yeah, I'm
or are y'all
yelling.
whispering?
I'm yelling.
I'm talking slightly lower than normal.
But
Let-
you're
let's-
still next to Xedre.
Yeah, I'm still.
Yes. Yeah. Well, let me try, and if it works. And we won't have to. You won't have to worry about paying her. If it doesn't, you can try it.
I will huff, but I will acquiesce.
Kids, play nice, please. Oh, I'm so kids, you know. Do you have any mouths you have to feed too?
Sure.
Besides yourself? Oh, fuck it, whatever, you're napped. Salinas, please hurry up and talk to her. I can't keep up the act much longer.
No, it's fine. Pardon my friend. He is. Can be unbearable sometimes.
I want
Hi.
to check her real quick. I just want to.
Poor lady.
I'm very sorry about that. Well, you said you were willing to work out the deal. I would be very interested in that. So, here's how things are going to work. If you don't want me to let the rabid dog get back on you, kind of slightly look over my shoulder.
That would be nice.
So, you would be asked to do is remain in Ergard, doing whatever you like. I mean, we can add on what my if you like add any stipulations about not running this toll, or but in Ergard, if you receive a letter from us asking for information, provide it truthfully, and if you don't have it, seek it out to the best of your ability. Because of the way that this has happened, unfortunately, I will be putting a sigil on your body, and it's my friend here. I'm gonna gesture to the gleaming metal and light-based creature, still holding a blade out at her, will be monitoring you. And if you ever send any inaccurate
information, or you try to run, he will find you. Does a deal sound for dying? What's
Give me
the
a
choice?
persuasion or intimidation, your call.
Can I have advantage from the good cop, bad cop? The Kiesel.
I don't know. I'm getting a very bad cop vibe out of the gonna put markings on your body and this thing's gonna enforce this. So, just straight roll.
Okay. I'm gonna use my inspiration. This.
All right.
While this is happening, Vault and Brendel would see Xedre like trying to shake out his finger that's still like alight as the rain is coming down.
Whatever. I like living. Whatever I gotta do. Again, apologies for the misunderstanding. Let's just all get along, and whatever you want.
Lovely.
Well, everyone is intimidating the fuck out of Ryan. Do any of the individuals that we have removed have anything on them?
We the bad guys.
Are you looting?
Luke.
Yeah, I'm looting. Alfred's just like,
I saw that guy.
well,
As you gathered up the horses and came over, Jenica's already been through them.
Look at her move.
Not wasting a moment.
Should have sent Brendel on that job. He's gonna be our team leader.
We're not the bad guys. We chopped the heads off the bad guys.
Alfred, Jenica tosses you 2 gold.
That's it.
he'll
What a thief! I
poor.
love her.
he'll catch it in his hand and just give her a side eye and like give a half roll and then like nod his head a little.
Doesn't feel
I'll
wrong.
jump in next time if that makes you feel better.
No, it's all right. Thanks for the 2. He'll just like take the horses off towards the group.
Point. Just want to say, well, lift the, roll up the sleeve on your arm, please. The upper bicep.
Okay.
And he's going to very dramatically, using minor illusion, kind of light a flare of light on his finger, and over to her arm and draw a very complex, completely meaningless looking sigil. And then
Let's see how meaningless it is to her. She does not have Arcana specialty, so I don't think she's going to probably have any idea what she's looking at.
She doesn't even have Highwayman specialty.
This is, I mean, that looks bad. I mean, is this really necessary? I mean,
they're up. He's gonna like the metal kind of slightly floating beam is gonna come up and clamp hand on where that symbol is. And then when it pulls back, it's not gonna be there anymore.
oh, it's just like an invisible thing.
Means that he's being the bond has been formed, and so it's not going to be glowing anymore. That's sort of how magic works.
All right, so I go back to Ergard, and you'll contact me if you need things.
Rise, you're
All
free
right.
to go. Stay out
Yeah.
of trouble.
Sometimes
Just
we
like
stand.
stepping away from your fake creature, just like, all right.
Sometimes
It's
you
been
know,
nice.
depending on how the relationship goes, maybe every year once chocolates. Maybe sometimes we like to send out gold to our. But just know that you're very appreciated in this organization.
Great. And she just trucks it. Just runs down the road as fast as she can. Kind of stumble, fall a little bit, and get back up and run.
What time of day is it?
At this point in time, we're about 4 o'clock, 4:30 probably.
How is everyone feeling? Do you want to Want to for a moment, or should you just truck it?
If I'm just keep going.
I don't know, Jenica, how do you feel about just keep fucking moving? Bodies outside the road for, you know,
Oh,
courtesy.
yes, I hadn't considered that yet. I hadn't considered that part.
I would probably get a couple more hours in.
Sure.
I don't know how the rest of you are set for traveling in the dark.
Can't see shit.
Yeah, maybe not then. Couple more hours. We probably better figure something out for the night.
Yeah, it might be a good idea to move the bodies off directly the road. That's probably smart.
Did we ever pick up a map of our surrounding area?
No,
Was that something?
we tried to get one, but we couldn't get one.
Shit.
So we picked blocks
Do
instead.
we know that what the geography coming up is? Do we know like what we're expecting to come up? Like if we know where and when rivers are and when things like that.
No. She
Okay.
might. You don't.
Yeah, we can ask Jenica.
Yeah, Alfred will turn to Jenica and say, can I ask, do you know how far the next river is? Do you think we'll make it before we need to pack up for the night?
You should be able to find something that's got source of water. There's quite a few streams going through. If you want to stop at the next one, that should. We can just keep an eye out.
Alfred will just give a nod and start to hand the horse back over to Kiesel and start getting ready to go.
Kiesel would like to go and find the head that he chucked, and there were 2 logs overturned on the side of the road. Kiesel would like to just put the head. If the log's like this, the head would be sticking out ever so slightly, and fuck. And I'll reach into my notebook and rip out a piece of paper, and with the pencil that I have on me, just scribble on the log. Let this be warning to all ye trespass, but then run out of room for trespassers, and then just kind of put the note at the base of the head, so it's kind of sticking out like that, so someone can kind of read the note if they investigate.
I'm glad that you said that it just ran out of room, because I was going to ask if Kiesel knew how to spell trespassing.
Yeah, he's fucking Kiesel wants a fucking
He's fairly well educated.
fucking bachelor's, bro. Come on.
My
All
bad,
right.
I'm sorry.
You almost immediately. It's like, what are you writing with, by the way?
I keep a pencil on my person. That's what I use to
Okay.
write in journal.
So you're writing, putting your note together, and you rip through the paper a couple times because it's continually
Raining.
falling on top. It's like, damn it!
Shit.
But
It's fucking.
for the most part, accomplish the task.
This gets the message across. Fuck it.
All right, so you got 2 bodies in the road. One that's head is stuck in a log.
To that note, Alfred will go ahead and take the bodies underneath the like some sort of canopy if he can find a dry spot, and then see if Xedre's in the vicinity and ask if he'll want to come around and be a part of it, but sort of just like setting up a sort of makeshift, I guess, funeral pyre, anything around that he can burn. Is there a lot of like dead logs around?
Yeah, you can find plenty of tinder.
I'll even
starting.
scale the one that Kiesel has if need be.
Put the body back together.
Like no. Put like one end of the head, like a fucking magician saw.
To that note, as Alfred's like walking around gathering all the wood for the pyre, this might take a little bit of time, but Alfred doesn't really mind too much. He'll like look at Kiesel as he's like doing this sort of whatever the hell he's doing with this body and just like shake his head. He doesn't want to even question it. He'll try and take the head off when Kiesel's not looking, though.
All right.
To the dead.
Give me a stealth there, Alfred.
Heard.
Stealth to steal the head.
Since I have I guess it's not really hiding, I guess, is it? I had changed my cloak over, but it's not hiding from Kiesel. It's more just like being good about it. Okay, that should do.
Yeah. The Kiesel doesn't seem to notice you. It's
Okay.
passive. He doesn't pick up on it. Other than notices that everybody's waiting on their horses as Alfred's moving bodies and attempting to make a funeral pyre. Unless Xedre is chipped in and is helping as well.
Xedre's helping, but he's slightly distracted as he's offering prayers of atonement for all the rest of the people in the group after what just happened.
All right.
Selena's committed no acts of violence.
Alfred did.
Xedre doesn't necessarily remember, but he did read about the fact that you put a bomb rune on somebody, so he's definitely offering a prayer of atonement for Selena's.
All right. Take your time, get the bodies put together, get your little funeral pyre built, get your prayers in, and get back on the road. Make it a couple more hours down the road. It's getting pretty dark by the time the horses are getting a little bit anxious that they're frustrated and don't want to go forward any further. You find a good stopping spot that has some access. You can hear just a little creek off in the distance that you should be able to access for water. And your light rain has persisted all day long. Everybody give me another con save.
Do I get advantage for my prestidigitation? Or not, my umbrella?
Yeah, sure.
Yes! God. Good job, Brindell Mage Hand.
A con save.
Ooh, I needed that one.
Oh, a Sith Lord. Ooh, Selena's is getting frostbite tonight.
Yeah, Selena's is...
Sniffles.
You got the shivers at this point in time. That very, very unpleasant travels at this point.
The second time that you got hurt too with it, Finn.
My creature persists for an hour, which is going to continue to travel with us for as long as it exists.
Okay. Yeah, so you traveled for a couple more hours before you guys stopped for the night, so it would have went away by then. What is any preparation for the night? You guys just finding a tree to sleep under?
What kind of plants are there in this area?
It's mostly broadleaf forest, so you can find a fair number of pretty big leaf trees. That being said, it's hit and miss whether they have leaves or not. Most of them have shed all that, but we're fairly far south that some of them are able to maintain them through the season. So you get a little bit of a mix of some underbrush in places. Mostly it's just thick sets of trees going through the forest. Oaks and elms and...
Xedre will take a seat in the middle of the campground that we decide on. If it's like partially obscured from the rainfall, and he's just gonna rub his hands and say, okay, so I'm kind of just like going around like round robin. So Datus, you'll next, and he's gonna put his hands on the ground and cast plant growth. So it's a 100-foot radius, and all of the plants will grow just a little bit more.
Sorry.
Oh, and then I'm gonna get hexed.
Sorry, I just...
Plant hex.
Shouldn't have done that.
Oh, thank you, man.
Okay. You give it about 10, 15 minutes, you guys are able to find a pretty suitable little spot that's got a little bit of cover. Not a lot. Most of the light rain is you're just getting that little bit of mist that's hitting you, but not near as much as just like being in the open road. And yeah, with your plant growth, there's a lot of cushy grass and bushes to try and make a bed out of if you so choose.
Will direct silliness to a pretty thickly forested area of the floor. Just be like, if you need to like tuck in under like the grass, it's like really long now. Maybe it can like stretch over your body.
Give me 10 minutes. I have another new trick I could try.
Right.
He just takes, like, as other people are getting ready, whatever, like ready to camp sort of things. He'll out his book and kind of hunching over a little bit with his coat to try to get it too wet. Slowly start trying to cast Demon's Tiny.
All right. So yeah, keeping as much of the rain off of your spell book as you're kind of hunched over and going through this spell that you haven't done up to this point. Trying to get everything right and possibly catching a few interesting looks from other party members. Specifically, Jenica is just kind of like eyeing up, what are you doing with the spell book over there? Are you ripping pages out to start a fire, or what are we doing? Reading books in the middle of the woods in dim light. But yeah, you go to cast the spell and everything seems to start up and then fizzle.
I can Arcana check.
Yeah.
No.
This is the garden part of the bar.
Guardrail of the bar.
I gotta help you.
This is the big
Do
garden.
you want me to do it in the tower?
Yeah, do it in the tower.
Was the brigand armor like wrecked? We have taken it.
It was pretty poor.
Yeah, don't worry about
yes,
it.
you
Don't
could
let
have.
me distract. Sorry.
That's 2 hours back up
I
the
know,
road.
They're already in.
Yeah, you're not quite sure what's going on. I feel pretty confident, though, that you might be able to pull it off if you tried it again, but
I use,
might have missed a word in there.
for the first time, I use my divine inspiration from Aurora. Try again.
Huh?
Yeah. So say a little prayer.
And this is going to start casting again. This is another like 10-minute process. About halfway through.
Salinas, are you okay over there? Or
Hey, he's doing his thing. He's doing his thing. He's doing his thing.
Yeah, he said 10 minutes.
Yeah, but he's
that was 15 minutes ago.
yeah.
Oh.
Just hold on. We'll get working soon. Just hold on. Just be patient. These things take time. You know this.
About halfway through his casting, Salinas starts singing.
What?
Singing.
And for the first time, as anyone you all have seen, is he's singing doesn't lose his accent. It's just a simple sounds like a simple lullaby in Elfish. As he sings, the bubble starts to form, like it looks like almost like a bubble starts to form around him. slowly starts growing bigger and bigger, handing out more and more ground. And as it passes over each person, a brief whiff of oral incense, sound of mingling coins and laughter, and then as he finishes the spell and the song, there's a 10-foot sphere over us. It looks like being turned silks on the inside. It's really dry and cold. He just opens his eyes, casting the spell.
Well, I can see that coming from Andy.
I believe that actually worked. So theoretically, as long as the spell says to do what it says it's supposed to do, this should protect us from being on by anyone like those friends we met earlier today. They're not just...
I think we should still have someone keep watch throughout the night. Or obviously take shifts.
I'll take a
Oh,
shift.
this is quite something. Alfred will just like start to like walk around the entire hut and like inspect it. Just like you'll see him one side, round and around.
He just looks pretty like drained. He looks like it took a lot out of him.
Yeah, I don't mind taking watches as long as we're allowed to, you know. And Kiesel will kind of touch the side, like as long as we can get out, you know.
He still tries to touch the side, and just his hand just goes through it.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a big trick on the eyes.
But it's not like the rain stops.
Are the horses inside of here?
Really good question.
Oh,
Oh,
that
Xedre's gonna be like, well, that's nice and all, but you're leaving all of the horses outside. I think that's kind of, I mean, they deserve some time in here too.
can only make this so big right now, Xedre.
Well, okay, that's fine. I'll take a watch too, if that's what we're doing, and I'll feed the horses because I don't know if all of you have been feeding your horses properly. But I do have some carrots and apples.
Do good berries
fed.
count?
We have satchels of grain in the saddlebags.
That's simple. Like, you have to reward the horses. I mean, Crunch did an amazing job. There was all of that combat, and I can only think that he was probably scarred based on what all we did. But I mean, yeah, giving them like rewards and stuff like that. Have you never had a pet before? Yes.
As y'all
Have
are
any of
talking-
you had pets?
I have
We'll
one.
look down at Cybil.
Yes.
I mean, we had, I think, like a cat that hung around the house, but as for a pet, I mean, we didn't clean up after its shit. Not that it shit in the house. I'm just saying, like it was more like, you know, an outside cat. It wasn't like indoors, really.
You ever standing like partially outside of the circle, so all you see is like his legs in the circle, and he's sitting there petting his horse, feeding it. He's like, "Oh, we have some dogs back home. We'll take care of them fairly well."
When you say dogs, you mean borderline wolves.
They're bred for war.
Well, if we're taking turns, I'm actually not quite tired yet. I'd be happy to take the first watch tonight.
Somebody give me a survival check with advantage.
I'll do it.
Advantage.
Oh, okay.
Somebody.
Basically,
or-
I'll have two of you guys combined to do it, so somebody's helping.
Cool.
Okay, I'll help.
I should not.
If I need inspo for this one.
Oof.
I'm gonna take an inspo on this one.
Windspo.
So, I guess.
Yeah.
Jeez. Sorry. I can only my brain only sees the ones I have proficiency in. It's like if I don't have proficiency, I can't find it. There we go.
Yo, exactly.
Nice.
Oh, so good. That's so
All
much
right.
better.
Rough estimate that by the time you guys stopped and go through the spell casting and all this stuff, you probably have a good 10 hours before daybreak.
Cool.
So whatever watch order we want here.
I'll tell you to watch whenever.
I can take like a mid watch, like a midnight watch, like a midnight watch.
Who wants first watch? We'll go that way.
So,
I will.
we have. How many do we have? We have
8.
8.
6. Yeah, the 2. Yeah. So
Jennifer's probably just gonna sleep. She ain't gonna take
she's
long.
not. Yeah. So we technically just have 7. We have 10 hours to do. So 2 people can sleep and 5 can take 2-hour shifts. Oh, it was just a suggestion.
We could use the riding order that we followed earlier. If that's the case, then Alfred, you could go first, or like I'd be
Yeah.
happy to.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take a shift.
Oh, I don't think we should use the riding order. I mean, it's not really accurate based on the amount of people that we have.
Would someone like to order this then? Are you
I'm going
volunteering?
to take first shift. Whoever would like to relieve me, come and get me.
I'll
Alfred
take
will
second,
Walk
Oh.
out.
and then
Right,
I'm
I'm
gonna
going-
go nap.
I'm going to go to sleep.
I'll be
The Sleeves is out almost immediately. He's
All right.
very tired. He's very cold. He's very tired. Yeah.
I'm gonna go find a nice cozy tree by where Xedre did plant growth. Take a whole bunch of leaves that have gathered around and make a little seat for himself and take a little stoop.
Okay. All right. So Alfred's on watch. Everybody else is retiring. Horses are tied up and cared for by Xedre because he's the only one that has good pet experience,
Well,
not
I've had
cat
my
scrapping
horse.
analysis.
Zedri, I want to clarify. Zedri never said that he had a pet. Oh, but
The only one showing any care for, I know what I'm doing. So
I feed my horse good berries.
yeah, Yofred here is good with his horse.
Yofred here had a whole conversation with his horse. He's got it all worked out.
He's
We're
buddy
friends
cop.
now.
I'm eating good berries and sharing them. I shared my good berries with the horse.
All right. So 7 of you retire for the evening.
not
6 of you, technically.
fully. What's Jenica doing?
Sleeping.
Jenica is not inside the hut.
Okay, I'd like to go out and venture forth towards Jenica.
Okay. As you start, as those of you that are start bedding down for the night, Salinas is snoring already in the corner, trying to recuperate from his hut construction project. Rain picks up, and you're now in a heavy downpour, and we're going to go to break.
Oh, thank God. I have to be so bad. I have to be so fucking. I was messaging Dustin. I was like,
Thank you for sharing.
So we'll shoot for around 5 minutes. Try me back at 25 after. For those of you viewing wise, just gonna take a quick little break. Go to a little intermission. Some of us will probably still be in here and chatting. If you want to throw anything in the chat, if you're here live, awesome. We're happy to engage. Otherwise, we'll be back in a moment to see what the night brings,
Woo!
aside from rain.
Let's go, team. Want a break?
I will be the temporary host for the moment. So, yeah. So, any of you out there watching this on Twitch, rerun, YouTube, anything of the type, thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Would love to have comments, feedback, any general interest. Happy you're here and happy to hear from you. And if this is your first time tuning in, or you have not caught previous episodes or all of the previous episodes and would like to tune in, you can check those out on YouTube. Our YouTube link is located in the About section of the Twitch channel. And so provide an easy link there to click over and check out all 8 previous episodes over there. And again, really appreciate you tuning in, and thanks for giving us a look. Hope you stick around. I hope you enjoy your time. I guess I will also take this moment to throw out another shout out to Sirenscape for our nice creepy music that's playing at the moment, as well as anything else that we end up with music wise over the course of our show. We do really appreciate that. So I think there's an Ernie back. No? Okay, never mind. There's a phantom. All right, AJ, I'm officially handing the baton over to you to be the dead air filler, as you guys are starting to come back in. So
Yeah, no worries. Everybody's coming back. Hi, chat.
What's up, party people?
Is there anyone out there?
When it says there's 4 people, so I don't know.
There's someone. Someone's chilling. Oh, hope the combat was fun.
That was
I had
wild.
fun.
The bloodlust. Oof.
It's a side of Alfred you'll see a little bit more often.
Looking forward to it. Oh yeah, we don't even have our faces on right now. Everybody's just seeing our waiting screen.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that soon we will be able to have a shopping trip, and we will be able to cop some new outfits, so that everybody can change their fit.
Change their Forge image.
Yofir is already wearing a short sleeve shirt anyways, but he still has his float on. So it's still a little cooler, but
Okay.
He's not just sitting around sweaty the whole time.
just wait if he ever cuts his hair. He'll have some fun art to do. Because he actually has a tattoo on his head that nobody has ever seen because he's got hair.
What?
Yeah.
Turns out he's actually Aang from the Last Airbender.
Wouldn't be
That'd be some
surprised.
shit.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yip, motherfucker.
I took your advice, Ernie. I changed the hair color, and it works a lot better.
Green was good.
That was a diss.
No, green was good, but I like the brown, kind of. I think it looks... Because now all I can think of is, if you have a different hair color, does that mean that you're the anime MC?
Of
Which
course.
is not the vibe.
All right, we're still alive, so good
Yes,
job,
sir.
AJ, on filling the dead time.
Yes.
Thank you.
It was thanks to everybody.
I talked to myself for a little bit. So
Did you? I appreciate you
Oh.
guys doing the MC job on this. Thank
That's
you.
vamping.
I'm gonna.
yeah, it
I'm
was a good
gonna listen
opportunity.
to
Throw
this.
another Sirenscape promotion out there and a YouTube promotion for past episodes. So
Yep. Don't forget to click all the buttons. And if you ever are listening to this, what I
except for
want you
the
to do-
dislike button.
No,
Don't-
but hit
don't
all
click
of
that
them.
button.
Hit every button. Slap all the keys. I just want gobbledygook comments to
Yeah,
show that
engage.
someone was there in the halftime. That's how you
All
know.
publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, actually, your video still can't count as engagement if you have dislikes. Dislikes aren't bad.
Because
Welcome
then
to
people
doing
watch you out of spite, and spite's a better motivator than actually enjoying something.
Irritation is actually a really good way to boost engagement.
Bad publicity
That's
is
why-
still publicity.
I'm about to ruin one of our future sponsorships, but that's why the McDonald's ice cream machine is always broken.
Ooh. You know,
It's okay. Well, we couldn't accept Mickey D's money.
We're
listen,
working with Burger King anyway.
Burgers!
I don't know about that.
We have to manifest that. We have to make it happen because I
Oh,
said it now.
Burger King got banned from Twitch after they made some oopsies.
What'd they do? I haven't heard about this.
They
Is this a
didn't
thing?
get
we
banned.
could- Okay.
But they did the weird we're buying popular
like, here nor
Twitch
there.
people where they'll read the comment. They're buying ads for, $10 on people's streams and having them read out Burger King ads.
That's
And
smart.
Twitch was
why you have to know your worth.
that's you're not allowed to do that, and they shut it down.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Twitch does not have a good relationship with Burger King.
All right. I was already coming up with what our tagline would be for
the burgers.
The thing is,
this
we're going to
adventure has been flame broiled and brought to you your way right
No, we're gonna get sponsored by Wendy's, and I know it.
Dude, Vault would totally eat a square burger. I'm just saying.
I almost went to Wendy's for dinner tonight too.
away. On that note, since we're talking about Wendy's and burgers, it seems like an opportune time to go do nighttime watches
Yep.
because they have nothing to do with each other.
Wendy's, you get this one for free. The next one costs money.
Yes. Call us up. We're listening.
All right, so Alfred is on first watch. Kiesel is looking for Jenica. The rest of you out?
I fed my horse and then went to sleep. Specifically,
your
a good
Brendel?
movie. Brendel eats. He's a sentient being. He knows how to eat.
He's
boy.
given permission.
Oh, dude, he's always. We eat together. He's cool, man. He's my friend.
Okay.
We're good. We're good.
All right, Kiesel, you go just kind of glancing about the camp. Do you guys what's your camp like? We just got the tiny hut going on here. Do we got fire or just roughing it cold? Are we making a fire outside?
I mean,
so the
technically,
temperature
Alfred's setting everything on fire.
the temperature inside the hut is actually regulated. It's not cold.
There you go.
Yeah, it's climate controlled. Climate controlled hut.
It's-
We're in a
pretty
storage unit. We're in a fantasy storage unit. Thank you so much. U-Haul,
Yeah.
our next sponsor.
Yes.
What the fuck?
So, keeping it low key, no fire. Alfred's sitting out in the cold. The rest of you guys are in the hut that's apparently got AC and heat. And Yeah, heavy rain coming down, nice low wind. It's not like storm conditions, but it's definitely a good deluge coming down. Mid 40s temperature wise. Still keeping warm enough to keep it rain and not slip into snow, but it's not pleasant outside, and visibility is crap.
Where's Jenna go?
That's a good question. You don't find her. Her horse is still here, but she's nowhere to be seen.
I can't like take a little bit of a diligent look through the trees to see if she's
Yeah,
hiding
give
up
me
there.
a perception check with disadvantage given the visibility conditions of
Oh, but
you
I'm a
being
sh-
blind in the dark and
We don't have fire going.
the
so-
pouring rain.
Investigation, you said?
Perception.
Perception.
He'll do great.
19 out of 20.
Performance. Oh no! Lost
How
the
many
20.
20s tonight?
A lot.
With a 12, you find some footprints leading away from the camp that might be hers.
Are those the only footprints on the ground?
Other than the massive footprints from the rest of your party.
Yeah. I'll look over. I'll see that her horse is still there. Can I try to follow the footsteps?
Sure. Give me a survival. It'll be a disadvantage in the dark, but
Oh, fuck, I'm gonna get lost.
But I want to see what happens.
Kiesel like bumbling around in the dark.
whew, 1 and a 2. Ouch.
Hey, I want to see if I see. Oh, I don't see him. On watch.
Alfred's doing a
genuine
great
team,
job being on
remember.
watch. He doesn't even see Alfred. Kiesel walk away.
Oh no.
All right, Kiesel, with a 1 on your survival check, you're following these tracks. It is really abysmal conditions to be trying to track anything in the dark. You get about 15 yards out of camp following these tracks before the very, very mushy ground at this point in time, you slip and slide down into a little creek bed.
Oh! Fuck.
Could use some prestidigitation. You are just covered back all the way down, from boots to head, covered in mud.
Okay, I'll just go back the way I came. That's easy. The horse is still there, so she's still there. Okay.
Give me a straight survival check to find your way back. Yeah, it takes you a little bit, a couple wrong turns, but you get back without too much effort. Alfred, you do observe Kiesel coming back into the camp. Not sure when he left, but you might have heard the fuck, shit, whatever was being said as he fell down the creek bed, but...
Kiesel, are you alright? What
I was
happened?
taking a shit. And I'll just go back into the hut.
Under his
Solid.
breath, Alfred will just say, "Looks like you really took the shit."
Oh, come on, son.
Alfred, give me a perception.
Okay.
Ooh,
I swear
wow.
my dice are not loaded.
Damn, you with the 20s tonight is insane.
I run with the
Alright.
same game that y'all do.
You clock Jenica is up in a tree about 10 yards away. Appears to be sleeping, trancing, something to that effect. And you're on your own watch. The night goes by. The heavy rain continues. It's quite unpleasant. I'll have you give me a con save.
Alfred's regretting switching his cloaks, taking the sort of like more slick, water-resistant material off for this more shambly material that hides well. But he seems alright.
Say with an 18, 23 after your modifiers. you got yourself pretty well nestled up against this tree that you're avoiding most of the water and keeping yourself pretty warm.
Yeah, he's making little fires in his hand.
There you go. And after about an hour of boredom, just staring off into nothing, every once in a while you see like a rabbit go or a raccoon or something like that, but nothing really of note.
Alfred will have his cannon out, by the way.
And then you hear a snapping of a branch off in the distance. Not nearby, not somewhere within view, but some sort of movement off in the distance. Something's moving through the forest.
That snap, could I have told, like, how large of a creature it was? Like, was it a big branch that snapped, or was it like a tiny twig that snapped?
You can give me an investigation or a nature or a perception. No, investigation or nature. We'll stick with that. 2 options is enough.
Let's go with a nature check. That seems more fitting.
There you go.
Yeah, you'll get different information depending on which one you pick. So,
Consistency.
damn, 22 with the nature.
Yeah, I want to know information. Give it to me.
Feed me nature.
Medium-sized creature. Multiples.
Okay.
With a 22, I'd say you would guess somewhere around a half dozen.
To that, Alfred will. Does he see Jenica make any reaction?
No.
Okay.
Fairly confident she's in full trance at this point.
Heard. He'll walk into the hut, see if anyone is like already awake. Is anyone still up at this point? Or is everyone retired?
I believe everybody's retired.
Okay. Whoever he runs into first, I guess he'll kick Kiesel. Kiesel, hey, wake up!
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not my shift over yet, but I think I've heard some running around in the forest.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shit out there.
Well, they seem a bit closer than I would like, and there seems to be quite a few of them.
Well, we're in their home. If do you think they're outside in the animal staying?
So do you not want to worry about them?
I mean, if it's people,
I don't think it's people.
if it's animals, then yeah, we're just like a big fucking thing of dirt in the middle of the forest. They'll sniff and they're stupid. It's fine.
Alfred will shrug his shoulders and walk back out.
No, don't walk back out. Don't walk back out. No, beat out them, piss them off.
Well, Jenica's up in the tree over there.
Oh fuck, that's where she went. You know what? I have a good idea. Let's just wake everybody else up and ask what they think.
I'd rather not wake everyone up if I can help it.
That was a test, and Kiesel will head out.
Smooth.
Can I do some observing in this low
Sure.
light, heavy rain?
Alfred will shake his head and follow Kiesel out.
Yeah, give me a perception with.
Disadvantage.
I'll let you do as a straight perception if Alfred's helping you.
Yeah,
We'll get it out at
Alfred will-
disadvantage.
Alfred will put his hand on Kiesel's shoulder and say, "What? All right, what are? Let's go.
Hey, I know
With the
yours got fucked up. Don't
14.
put too much weight on mine.
You hear the snapping of branches, twigs. Nothing large, but there's definitely something off in the woods. It's a good ways away, probably rough estimate 30, 40 yards.
Dust on, fucking dust on my shoes. God damn it. um,
Super smooth.
Oh, you still have fucking mud on you. Did
yeah,
you
yeah,
not
yeah,
get that
yeah,
off
yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah. I took a shit and then I. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Look, when you go out, shut up. When you go out camping, you go to someone else's house and you just stay there. And humanity, normal kind of, life, that's called squatting. That's illegal, but in nature, that's like legal. But you can't fuck with the people who live here. So if these are native animals and they're just curious about this, let's not instigate them. They have a bunch of it's like, oh, they're really mean and aggressive. They're really just, protecting the territory. So just don't step out here. Oh, but fucking Jenica's out here too. But she'll be safe. She does this shit all the time.
Oh, okay. There's a few ways that this could go. It could be a bunch of blink dogs, and that's not terrible. But it could be something else, and I don't know. Like there's other things in this forest that I don't know. It's not like my home.
Yeah, but if you don't know who moved in next door to you, you don't kick down the door and say hello, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, let's not causing trouble or stirring anything up. Let's not provoke an attack that could not even happened.
So what do you suggest we do?
Just kind of lay low. If we hear a scream, then we come out in our underwear and attack and save Jenica. If we don't hear anything, then we sleep through the night.
Alright.
Oh, but the fucking horses out here. God damn it. Oh, man, there's a lot wrong, isn't there?
Alfred, with your perception that you rolled earlier, you can notice that the sound seems to be moving away at this point. It's getting quieter.
I haven't heard them in a minute. It sounds like they might be heading off. So hopefully we can. Sorry, I'm sorry. Maybe I just woke you up for nothing.
No, hey, man. Hey, you got hit in the head, I think, so it's fine.
I took a lot. I really took a hard one today. I don't know what came over me.
Is that what you've been working on? Just fucking people up like that?
I felt very, sort of vulnerable close up, I guess, lately. So yeah, I've been working on that.
Wow. I only did that trick because it was cauterized and I knew that it wouldn't get in my hair. So that was really cool.
Oh, I'm glad it worked out for you.
Just don't let it get... I know those guys were beating on you, but I mean, they were kind of losers. Not to disrespect them because they were dead. I disrespected them when they were alive. But...
No, I gave them the rights. They were losers.
No, but, if you can avoid really, extreme violence like that, try to always, and now, granted, they dislocated both of your arms at the same time, which was impressive. But I don't know. I didn't feel, it's not my proudest. I wouldn't go home and tell my mom about these guys, they wanted money. I was just trying to calm them down, but, I'm not saying you were like a savage out there. I'm just saying, you had that look in your eye.
So, I don't want to say I killed them because they were rude, but it just felt so rude that they decided to live like that.
Yes.
They want to just take people's money for existing and holding a piece of area.
Yeah, that's kind of what Zephora's kind of deal was. That's why I felt so jacked. I hear these people taking other people's shit and oppressing them and then making them poor and stealing from them. That's not honorable. That's not truthful. That's
I'm not providing anything for them.
Yeah, no, fuck them. It's not like they needed to, maybe they were repurposing their goods and they made scrap metal into something for them. No, they just were fucking stealing, which was lame.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'll necessarily be that way all the time, but I've sort of seen that it can be very useful of a technique.
Yeah, and I know you're real proud of it. I could, that was really cool. Just don't get so confident. You did that one cool trick, and then, you kind of ate shit afterwards.
Oh, yeah, I was not expecting her to continue standing after that.
Oh.
I was honestly just hoping it would be like that, it'd be great, and then we'd be over with it.
Well, I mean, consider this like a test run, like a prototype run. That was
Yeah.
version 1, and now that version 2, you can up the power a little bit more.
Hopefully.
Anyway,
yeah, you need to get back on the sleep.
oh shit, I need to be up in like 2 hours. Oh fuck. Oh, it's been nice talking to you. Okay,
Yeah,
and I'll
I'm
kind of
sorry.
phase back in.
At least all the rain's gotten the mud off of you. Alfred will make his way back underneath his little canopy tree, his little bed of grass and whatnot from Xedre's making and doings.
All right. Pass the rest of your watch. Occasional critter going through, but anything larger than a tiny creature. It goes by peacefully, and as you're roughly what you gauge to be 2 hours runs past, can swap out if you so choose.
Yeah, Alfred is quite tired and wanting to sort of roll his shoulders over a little bit. He's still feeling today. He'll go back in, and I think Vault said that he was the next in line, so he'll walk over and sort of like nudge him awake. Vault, are you awake? I think it's your turn for watch.
Okay. I am now. Anything
Sorry.
of note?
I woke Kiesel up earlier because I heard some, like, medium-sized animals running around. Quite a pack of them, but
How
they
far?
sort of ran off. Don't worry, I think. Jenica's up in a tree, roughly, like, 20 or 30 yards that way, and, like, 10 yards up or so.
Lovely.
Sort of, like, that direction.
Okay, I'm gonna, as he's talking, I'm gonna pull a little lamp out from my backpack, and I'm gonna light it.
There's a nice little spot out by that tree over there.
Is it dry?
That I was. It's kind of dry. It's a little bit more shaded than most of the other areas, so
Okay.
I'd recommend it at least.
And I'll cast Mage Hand for my little umbrella, and I'll, as I'm like about to march off, I'll say, do you know who I wake up next?
I don't. I honestly was trying to even remember who I was supposed to wake up.
Well,
I think I got hit pretty hard today.
rest up then. Are you okay?
Yeah. After I get some rest, I'll be good.
Okay, great.
I'll be fine.
Well, I'll be off, and I'll just kind of march over to where he suggested, and I want to look at the tree that he pointed to that Jenica was in, and see if I could get into that with my lamp.
First off, I'd just love to point out that both Kiesel and Yofredir raised their hands to say they're next.
Yes.
I thought we were on 4th already.
No, yeah. It's still 3-4.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find where he had pointed to, find the tree. She's, quite a ways up there.
Any low-hanging branch for my little 3'5" frame that I could attempt to get on there?
You could certainly give it a try.
Let's
but
go.
Might be a little bit tricky with your lantern.
I'll accept it. I mean, what's it gonna happen? If it breaks, it's raining. It's fine. We're not gonna kill anybody.
Yeah.
Is
So,
that
give me an athletics or an acrobatics. I'll let you do either one.
Well, I would like to try acrobatics if possible. Hold is not athletic. That is definitely for sure. It is acrobatic. That's a 23, boys. Woo!
Yeah, with 23, you are able to climb your way up. Are you going like exactly to where she's at, or just like in the same
off
tree?
the ground is she?
She's about 30 feet up.
How far does my lamp's light go?
It's
I don't want to go higher than my lamp. The lamp will let me see. This is Utilitas advantage size, like height that I want to get.
Okay, so the lamp casts bright light in 15-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. So if you go halfway up, you'll have bright light only in the tree, and then another 30 feet out from there.
I think I'll just go about like 10 feet up if possible. That way I have like 5 feet of ground brightness, so I can kind of see where I'm jumping down if I need to.
Okay.
That's still pretty high up for a little dude like me. It's like 3 times my body size. That's pretty good with that. And I'll just chill out and keep my eyes open, and whenever possible, just kind of every once in a while, just like look up, make sure Jenica's cool, check the horses, you know. But like, I'd like to ideally be in a position where I can see everything. I hope that the tree will allow me to do that.
Okay.
If not.
So as you settle into your spot, you do hear a groan from up above, and if you glance up, just kind of
sleepy.
She readjusts, and night passes pretty quiet. About 45 minutes in, you get to, let's see.
Well, I'm getting early bedtime. I like this. Early to bed, early to rise.
That should be another hour.
Healthy, wealthy, and wise.
There we go. 10:45. You start to hear what you presume to be the same sound that Alfred described to you.
Okay.
Hearing some creatures move through the woods. He had described them as medium creatures, so best guess seems like it's the same.
Okay. Keep my ears open.
Okay.
If it gets close to the horses or the horses start getting spooked, I'll pay more attention.
Horses seem to be, not overly pleasant under the downpour, but they're keeping well enough. Sleeping, not really getting no activity from them in reaction to the sound.
Cool.
And yeah, your 2 hours goes past without any incident.
Amazing! All right, well, I will attempt to not die climbing out of this tree at night. That's wet. And
at only 10 feet, you can jump.
And then I'll wake up who's next, and I guess
I believe that's Kiesel now.
I'll go get him, and as I get back into the hut, I will have my lamp out. And I'll cover it a little bit and just kind of like walk over and try to like use my, since if I'm in the hut, it's not raining, right? I'm dry in there, or it is dry in there. I may be wet if I don't prestidigitate myself. If it is dry, then I will use my mage hand to poke Kiesel.
Yeah, you probably want to because he is just like covered in crap.
Okay, if he's really dirty, I'm gonna prestidigitate him as I poke him and wake him up.
All right,
we're gonna clean him up. That boy is dirt, and we don't travel with dirty people. So. Kiesel.
Yes, thank you. I was waiting for the clay and I just forgot.
Can you can't see at night, right?
Like
I can't.
Like everybody.
Would you like this lamp? I lit it.
Sure.
Here, when you're done, just bring it back, and I'll hand it to him, and then I'll go screw off somewhere else to go sleep.
Okay.
Now I can see.
So I'll come out, and where's like the closest, driest spot I can send under?
Without much effort, you find Alfred's little spot where you can see that there's this matted down little spot of leaves and grass that presumably one of you have sat in over the course of the night so far. And it seems relatively dry.
Just kind of
sit right there.
Perception check.
Yep.
General in the woods. Maybe looking where Jenica was, maybe not. Yeah, that's not good. And at a disadvantage, right? I done goofed. There we go. We take the 9.
With the 9, yeah, you don't observe where Jenica's at. You look for her because Alfred had said she was out in a tree out there. So you try and find where she's at, but nah, no luck. Just pretty much do your best to keep warm and make sure that nothing actually enters the camp.
Well, as I'm doing such a good job making sure that nothing's entering the camp, I'm gonna pull up my book and I'm gonna take out my, and I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. Fuck. And I'll keep scribbling in my book. Yeah, I'll just kind of get some writing done in this nice, tranquil environment. I am keeping my ears out for any sudden moves or tree snaps, but visually, I'm in my own little counting world here.
Yep, your 2 hours passes by. You don't even hear the twig snapping that you heard when Alfred woke you earlier. It's just pretty tranquil right now. The nice thunderstorm ambient noise of put you to sleep.
Good for studying and relaxing. Kiesel will make his way back into the dome. Try to wipe off rain from the metal, and I'll kind of poke Yofridir with my toe to say I get like shoe off and I'm getting comfy. I'm just gonna kind of like moving with my foot.
Yep, I wake up super easily and just quietly get up, stretch a bit. I'm gonna go find a place up underneath a tree outside of the dome, kind of overlooking the camp, where I got my back against something big so no one can sneak up on me. I just got good view of things.
You might want to take the lantern. Keep your nose up for any creatures.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of creatures crawling about.
Keep an ear out.
Oh, and Jenica was in a tree across the way, but I couldn't find her.
Keep an eye out for her as well.
Let's see. All right, Yofridir, did you say you're just taking up camp next to a tree or in a tree?
If it seems easy enough to climb up, I'll probably get up in the tree. Otherwise, I'll just be at the tree with my back against it.
I mean, just good number of trees. If you want to find one that you can climb, you could easily find one to climb.
Yeah, I would find one easy enough to climb that's
Sure.
nearby camp where I can just have a good overview of everything.
Go ahead and give me an athletics or acrobatics, but in your case, I'm guessing athletics.
Yeah. Not a super great roll, but...
Yeah, there's that moment where you lose the lantern for a second, but just like quickly grab it and just like by your pinky, through the massive strength of the barbarian, he's able to pick it up with his pinky and pull it back up into his hand and get into a nice spot. Give me a perception roll.
Great either.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and it is still heavy rain, so yeah, that would be a disadvantage perception roll and see if you can keep the 9 that Kiesel held. Oh,
Yeah.
we'll just double down on 9s. All right.
He kept the 9.
Yep, you get up into this tree, get a nice little fairly dry spot, pretty good lookout point. No idea where Jenica is. You look through the trees, and even at this higher angle, no sign of her. And your 2 hours passes without issue.
So who was after me? We never really decided who was fifth.
I don't think there was decided who was after you. So you get to pick. If you knew who went before you, because you heard that order, you know who's already gone. So, process of elimination, you know there are, 2 of you left? And
Yeah.
Jenica and Brendel, technically?
The horses? Have the horse?
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to my horse and tell him to keep watch. Y'all are gonna wake up and all the horses are just standing around me and we're having conversations.
All right, who are you tagging in?
I'll go wake up Xedre.
Okay.
Xedre will wake up, and then question: are bedrolls like sleeping bags?
Kinda, sorta.
Not really. Bedrolls are more like a mat. And with there might be a blanket involved, but it wouldn't be like a sealed up sleeping bag type situation.
Okay. Well, after being awoken, he'll like take a minute or two to like kind of orient himself after waking up. Was there anything that you saw out there? Anything in the know?
I didn't see or hear anything. Others mentioned something about hearing twigs snapping, multiple creatures, but no sign of them on my watch.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, take the. I guess.
Oh.
What watch is it?
This is the last one. You're the last.
Cool. Xedre will take the lantern and he's just gonna set it beside him. And he's gonna like look under the blanket and he's just gonna send off a flick of flame and he's gonna summon his Firebird. And then it's gonna molt off its feathers and it is no longer white, it is now red. But he's gonna go ahead and have it fly out. And try to find a good perching spot on a branch nearby.
Okay.
And then Xedre is going to go ahead and use his action to go ahead and see through his hawk. And he's going to go ahead and listen and hear for things through his hawk senses for the next 2 hours.
Okay. So you're staying in just using your senses to go through your familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Xedre's in the hut still.
So after a very short time into your watch, the rain lets up, clears up. We go down to no rain, still a slight breeze, but around 50 degrees out. It's not too awful. Roughly talking 4:15 in the morning, and your senses give me a perception. Let's see. It'd be a perception for the familiar. What
Firebird?
creature are we using, or would it just be your Firebird?
I'm using hawk stats
Okay.
for it. Yeah.
Let's see. Just a regular hawk.
Yeah. Hawk, blood hawk, I don't know.
Okay, so you got +2 perception.
+2. And then
Yep.
do they have
Or,
advantage?
no, sorry. +4.
Oh, +4? Cool.
And if you're going for sight, yes, it would be advantage. If you're
Okay.
going for just in general, it'd be just a regular roll.
Cool. I'll go ahead and do through sight.
Okay.
I have a +5, so it'll just be -1 off of whatever this is. I don't know. So 21.
So about 40 minutes in. Your hawk observes small to tiny creature moving into the camp. Doesn't seem to be startling the horses at all, but just moving into the camp.
Is it a quadruped? Is it bipedal?
It is. Yeah, with a 21. Can see. Appears to be some sort of, you'd guess, a mammal. 4 legs. Has like a rough, maybe bone or scaled spine down its back, and then 2 antennae hanging off the front. as it like starts to move its way around in the camp. It seems to be like sniffing the ground and moving around.
Is it picking up on the horses at all?
Doesn't seem to be paying any attention to the horses that are there. I mean, it's within easy view of the horses, but doesn't seem to be caring about the horses.
Cool. And then I guess question for Salinas. The hut is transparent from the inside out?
The hut is... Let me read the exact language, because I know it's opaque outside.
Yeah, opaque from the outside, transparent from the inside.
And climate controlled. You were right about that. Comfortable and dry.
I think it's, warm and dry inside.
So, so you can technically see from inside, but anything outside can't see in.
Okay. Then, Xedre's just going to go ahead and swap senses back to himself. If it's like walking around the camp, can I catch sight based on where the familiar was looking?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to
looking out of your hut, you can quickly see this lovely thing. I wish I could draw better, but I'll show you my picture if I really feel brave enough, but
yes, do it. You should feel brave.
Brave.
All right. So we will
halfling bravery. Look at that little thing.
Oh, that's the little guy you see crawling around in the camp.
Hire him.
Terrifying.
Yeah, Xedre's gonna stand up then, making sure not to kick over the lantern that's still next to him, and just kind of walk the perimeter of the.
Which the lantern that Yofridir had would be out at this point. It's 6 hours would be up on its oil, so.
Okay, cool. Well, then he's worried about kicking it, and then he's like, meh, and then he'll just go to the edge, and he's just gonna track where this creature's moving.
Okay, so you're just watching from the inside, or you're stepping out?
I'm watching from the inside.
Okay, watching from the inside. Yeah, it just seems to kind of like sniff around, moving around the campsite. As it turns its head at one point and looks back in your direction, you can see that it's got just like, there's this little, very, very low level blue glow from the eyes and a little bit of an aura coming off of the two antennae that seem to kind of like, they're not like just swaying as it moves, like they're independently moving and sensing out. You can see that the ends of the antenna kind of have almost a leaf-shaped appendage on the end of them that you can't really make out exactly in like any detail to it, but it's almost like they're sensing around, and it turns and starts making its way towards this large object that you're inside, and from its perspective just looks like a large mound. Just slowly moving, kind of just looking around and just like sniffing the air.
Xedre is going to back up, and he'll look quickly to see like where everybody sat or laid down for sleeping, and he's going to try to move close to Salinas.
Okay. I would say you can do that, so.
I'm going to kick him. And then just be like, Salinas, get up. Hey, there's like a thing out there. You didn't do a watch, right? I didn't miscount.
Oh, sleeping.
Stay quiet. Listen, I know that you really struggle with like getting up and everything like that, but now's not the time because there's this freaky little furry thing that's like outside and like giving me I don't exactly know. It's heading this way though. It can't make it inside, right?
Oh, it kind of just like his neck out a little bit, just sits up and kind of looks in the direction that Dree's string, I assume.
Cool. Last thing. How long exactly does this spell last that you casted?
8 hours.
Got about 30 minutes left.
Okay. So she's like, okay, yeah. Can you like rustle yourself up just in case I need a little bit of an assist and we can let everybody else sleep?
Yeah, it shouldn't be. It's fairly small.
Still approaching.
Just kind of doing a little head tilt.
Give it food.
Hey, Xedre's just gonna have his hand on his side. He sleeps with the rod at this point, so he's just gonna grip it very tensely and hope that this thing doesn't have anything to break through.
Okay, I'm just looking at the spell.
Spell.
You get nervous when the DM reads your spell.
Reading my spell. Oh, okay. She was trying to look at the spell that the creature
Well, I was just
had.
checking. It doesn't say anything about sound.
Oh no, it doesn't.
There is no sound barrier to it, so
there
anything
isn't.
that's being said on the inside could be heard on the outside, presumably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it walks like right up to the edge and just like confused why this mound is making sounds.
That's like really. Xedre is okay. So my familiar flew off into the tree to be able to have sight on us. Would that be within 60 feet?
It could be if that's where you say it wants to be.
Yeah. Xedre's just gonna telepathically ask his firebird bird at this point. Hey, could you like go ahead and like rustle up some leaves and like get this thing off of us? And he's gonna try to have it peck at the trunk of the tree and try to make noise.
Okay. So telepathically communicating with it, does that require you to go into your kind of warg state of sensing through it to communicate, or just communicate? Okay. So with that in mind, then you'd see is this like immediately to that sound, just 180 flips around, butt back to you. Just and goes, just walks off to the right. Off, be out of view at this point.
Okay. Is Selena's up at this point?
This is sitting up in bed. He hasn't fully like gotten out, like where he was sleeping yet.
He just stomps then, and he just like gestures for Selena's to stand up.
Just kind of roll his eyes dramatically, stand up and walk over.
Okay, so I have my bird distracting it right now. And he's just gonna keep on telepathically being like, yeah, if you could like ruffle your feathers and like maybe knock into a branch, like knock off a twig if you can, something like that. And it's like using its beak to like snap off small twigs. But I think I have it distracted for now, so we can kind of like talk. But I have no idea what that thing was. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Fine.
Yeah, you can roll a nature check.
Or let's see. Don't have great hope.
Yeah. Definitely not something familiar to you.
It was very small and that threatening looking, and I don't know. Didn't seem to be interested in the horses.
Yeah, I know, but it was extremely interested in the sound coming from the tent. Okay, I'll have my bed go ahead and keep on distracting it. Probably move off a bit, and then hopefully it doesn't come back and bother us.
I mean, wake at this point. There's not too much more time. I will be able to sleep anyway. I can for the rest of watch, like.
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't know that somebody was going to get off of a watch. I guess I didn't really calculate the timeout to begin with. But you should split it with me. That way, we're sharing the time. Okay. Xedre's
I feel like it was fair. Made the case we were sleeping.
Yeah, you almost didn't though, and you seemed kind of surprised that it worked, if I'm being honest, after you said it was going to take 10 minutes, and it was supposedly more than that.
I haven't, I have not heard from Aurora in increasingly longer and longer time. And, her spells aren't coming as easily as they used to.
Oh. Just offer a prayer. Why don't you just...
I've been going and seeing priestess in else. Just heard the situation.
Listen, I know there's a lot of complexities to it, and I know you kind of had your breakdown a while back whenever you were telling us about how exactly your relationship is, but most of the time whenever I hear about it, it sounds like you're in a fight with your parents, and I think that maybe you need to have like a real heart-to-heart, not like a prayer or anything like that, but like full on like communion.
Your parents, I'm not actually sure. Did your parents regularly blackmail you into the things they wanted you to?
No, but I also don't think. Listen, you're talking about deities in the pantheon, so I don't think you can technically say blackmail. I think gods are above that.
Say it's more like trying to work with someone who it would be like if just about deciding after the encounter that we had, she wanted to out and my friend enthusiastic about what was going on. And I'm working around that because I'm realizing that there's more layers to my situation. It's not easy.
Yeah. It isn't, but it's kind of ironic that you've repeatedly used tactics that you're upset that Aurora used against you. And I'm really sorry, but we're not above blackmail. Absolutely not. And we've done it multiple times.
Yes,
so...
Yes, but I was not asking that woman to serve me for hours of the day for the rest of her life.
Yes, but maybe it's... I don't want to get into this. We have that thing around here and everything, but maybe you just need to look at like your daily schedule, and maybe you can just fit in a little bit more time. It starts simple with that, but yeah, definitely working towards like a big sort of repentance ritual. And I can help you with it. I mean, I don't mind, and I'm sure the others would go ahead and help out too, even though Aurora isn't particularly my patron. I mean, I have the utmost respect for her, and he like looks up at the sky.
As you're saying this, the hut's gone.
Is it still raining?
No, it's not raining anymore.
I'm not
Will you notice you've been offering like recognition, tribute to some of the other gods recently, other than this?
I don't think there's anything wrong with honoring others. I mean, I do it all the time with each of you. Alfred's like super smart, and he knows how to do like math and everything, and then Kiesel's like a historian because he remembers like all this crazy stuff, and then you are pretty good at convincing people to do stuff, and Vault is good at, if the convincing falls through, having like a backup for the backup. And then Yofridi is just, of course, muscle, but he also has really insightful moments. So, I mean, I'm going to split my worship in the exact same way that I split my respect for all of you. And I think Inverness can respect that because I'm bolstering myself, and I'm going to be a better Inverness worshipper if I do that, right?
So, I was going to ask is, would you stay with me to Aurora? Perhaps as the sun is coming up? The sun coming up?
You're starting to see the very, very minimal first light.
Yeah, I guess I can. That's fine.
You don't have to.
The thing is not, we can't hear it anymore, right? It's out of sight, but
Yeah.
Is there still chittering and things?
Don't hear anything.
Okay. Has it been 2 hours since the beginning of the watch?
No, just 1 hour.
Okay. Xedre's gonna go ahead and hold up a finger to Salinas, pop into his familiar. Is this thing at the foot of the tree?
I don't see it.
Okay. Cool. Then he'll pop back over and say, okay, yeah, I think we're good. So we can go ahead and leave ourselves in the vulnerable position of worship. And after that whole thing, I'm at a crossroads because you're prioritizing your worship, but also you seem to disregard the whole fact that thing was after us.
I really wasn't that. And the little bit I saw, it just seemed curious more than it was trying to hunt something. It was trying to hunt, it was just attacked the horses out there in the open. Jenica in the tree.
Fine. As long as we're quiet, I think that should be fine. And Xedre will sit down.
Three of you need to roll a dice.
Well, okay, I was going to ask about that, the manual dice entry. What do you want me to do, sir?
No, don't do the manual dice entry. There should be a... Well, okay, the two of you that did roll, tell them what it looks like, because I don't know what it looks like on my end.
I think it looks like a chest. I actually don't know. I just
clicked it.
It's in the bottom right.
There we go.
All of it.
All right.
Yeah, Yofrider, he was sleeping like face down, and you just see him like let out a stretch and roll over before sitting up. Good morning, you two.
Have we started at this point? Have we started doing the...
Xedre's making himself available to you. It's up to you. You have to, excuse me, both in character and out of character. You have to be the one to initiate this.
So, you'll probably see the two of them hang, I guess. I don't know whatever. What sort of action do you like, or you normally just on your knees?
This is too much work. We're really starting at zero. And he will go ahead and he was kind of like sitting next to Salinas, but he will turn to Salinas and like move his shoulder so that they're both facing one another. Hold my hands. And then you close your eyes and it's a conversation. You need to make sure that you don't converse with Aurora like you do with other people, because
what is that supposed to mean?
Be a little abrasive sometimes. But to start off, I'll just give you an Inverness prayer, and then you can just substitute anything that's applicable. Okay? So, this is a prayer that I offer to you, great deity, Aurora.
This is a prayer from to you, the deity Aurora.
Perfect. I wanted to thank you for the light that you have provided in the past days.
I'd like to thank you for the light you have provided me in the past days.
This feels like a Thanksgiving prayer. Oh
Dear
my
baby
gosh.
Jesus.
With that respect in mind, I hope that you will continue to provide for the coming days, weeks, and months.
With due respect, hope that you will continue to provide light becoming these weeks and months.
Perfect. This is the part where you gotta improv it. I mean, that's the thing that you learn out of the book. But if you're gonna make a real offer, like it has to come from you.
Aurora, I have some realizations about or that you offered me, and you asked me and oh, that always been most enthusiastic of. I would really like you here by your protection to provide. Okay, so and
It's good. That should have probably been silent because that thing might still be around. But we'll work on it. Good job.
stop.
Where did that sound come from? Fuck me.
No, that was actually just Brendel snoring over there. And a
Oh
little bit
my
of a-
god. Xedre immediately like throws Salinas' hands and like whips around like he's
Salinas is not expecting it. He just fully just falls back. Right, that's an interesting way to end. Keep that in mind.
not the normal way. Brindle just snores like that thing. Sorry. Hi everybody.
Trust you had a nice prayer session this morning.
Work in progress. Okay. Well, with that, let's go ahead and start waking up the others, I guess.
Right. Do not kick the rest of them in the ribs, please.
Yeah, heavy sleeper. I think it was warranted. And Xedre will stand up and gently awaken each of the others.
Good morning. I guess we made it out all right.
Almost. There was a little bit of a wrinkle, but it's gone for now. We just have to be pretty quiet.
Okay. Whatever you say. Alfred will sort of like stumble up and get Cybil up and about. Sybil's like running circles around Alfred as he's like trudging his feet along, shuffling along, sort of like getting himself up and trying to get Cybil for her walk. You'll just see him like walk off a little bit out of distance.
All right. As you're getting up, the rest of you as well, as Xedre's kicking people or nudging them or whichever he chooses with each person, notice Jenica's popped back up into sight and is like gathering things and setting a fire to cook something for morning rations, morning food, something other than rations.
Yep, your figure's gonna go over to the horses and feed Wayfoot.
All right.
I'd like to join Alfred with the horses and.
And while the fire's getting down, he's also gonna have a conversation with them. Not just Wayfoot, but the others too.
I'm gonna listen.
You just hear me talking to horses.
Just sitting there, just astonished. Like this is just the greatest. Just here. Apple.
Yeah, every now and then one of them turns and looks at me for a little bit and then looks back away.
It's not an overly engaging conversation, even for you over here, so...
Alfred just like squints his eyes and shakes his head as he walks back into the camp after a short walk with Cybil. Goes to feed Ranger. Can't understand why the fuck Alfred is talking with the horses so early in the morning.
Ranger said he heard some things through the night too. Some weird four-legged creature with weird antenna things.
Does that ring a bell for me?
No.
Do antennas? No. Okay. Antennas?
Sounds like nothing I've ever heard of.
Xedre will give them each an apple as well. Vault,
right.
Alfred, and Alfred.
Wait, am I getting an apple or my horse? Just to be clear.
For your words,
It's up
yeah.
to you.
As you like look at this apple, he's like, "It's for the horse." No, it's for the horse.
I'm sorry, I'm just a bit hungry. Do you have any of those good berries?
Yes. He'll just conjure out some good berries. I'm like,
Oh my god, every day just bumming him.
If anyone packed any tea or coffee, the
Have tea.
like the rations, Sneeze would be over by the campfire. Also, bring some, whichever one we have.
Tea and
Morning.
good berries. Breakfast of champions.
Coffee and good berries.
Coffee. If Alfred
But
offers me
Alfred
coffee,
has coffee. Coffee beans in Southern Brawl are not. I'm writing this as we go along, Silver.
the chicken tenders all over again.
Kiesel
Coffee beans are now a major export out of one city in Southern Brawl now.
Kiesel would be getting up and kind of using his glaives an early morning stick. I'm gonna walk up to my horse, give him a little pet on the head.
All right.
Just be like, "Good morning, old boy. Someone traveling ahead of us." And what's her name near us? I don't know. The lady who ran off. I couldn't find her. Jenica.
Yeah, she's over sitting by the fire. Kiesel, you can give me an animal handling with advantage.
Finally,
I'll give
some
you an
advantage
apple.
rolls around here.
We're gonna do a
Where's my
horse
lamp?
schmoozing roll.
This horse to your list of contacts.
Fuck. 2 10s.
Yeah, it's not a negative interaction. Starts like nuzzling at your hand, just like, where's my apple?
Where's my apple?
Sorry, buddy.
Xedre gives you one.
Oh, you gave me one?
Everyone.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
bad. Yeah, I'll give it.
I'll
to
give
someone,
everybody
yeah.
one as they wake up and like come over.
No, like you
Alright.
wake up, assembly line. Here's your apple. Here's your apple.
Love it.
Can I sit down next to Jenica?
Sure.
Oh, yeah, good morning. I trust that you slept well.
Well enough.
Well enough. I mean, yeah, it was fucking pouring. We'll make it to what, about end of the day today or maybe tomorrow? How much longer do we have?
We should get there by late afternoon, early evening. Obviously, assuming we don't have trouble.
Yeah, cutthroat's something normal here on these routes.
A fair amount. Usually they're going the other direction.
And what about critters? Oh, jeez, actually, that's a stupid question. They're everywhere.
Yeah, thankfully your friends didn't decide to interact with the Findling.
Yeah.
Did I hear that word?
Yeah, not being covert, so.
I did at least. Right there by the fire.
Findling, as I like trying to feed the horse, like way. It's a big reach. Horses are way up there.
Yeah, that's what I said.
What is that? I was asleep.
That's the little fey creature.
A fey creature visited us last night.
Did
we feed him?
Harmless? No, thank God none of you got involved with that.
Oh, I would have.
Wait, DM, real quick, can I make a Fey check?
Yeah, dude, can we do some sort of Fey Arcana history thing?
Yeah, because real quick, is Fey one something that I would know to be like a word that's thrown around, and two, would I understand it to be like a place that I need a portal to get to or some magical means, or does that just mean like elvish?
So give me a nature or an Arcana.
And
all of you guys can do this.
Yes!
To know what this means. So
fuck, they're the same.
Shoot. I wish I had inspo right now.
What?
No, they're not the same because my nature is a +4. But
this is the first time that Yoferdir has rolled crappy on an intelligence roll.
Well, that was nature. Oh yeah, that is intelligence. I thought nature was wisdom.
Nope.
Dimitri's gonna do Arcana. There ain't no way. He's not a nature boy. He's not a Arcana boy either.
Alfred, nailing it.
Oh, the clutch intelligence.
They like coffee.
I just straight rolled a 15.
The terms Fey and Fiend and Monster refer to magical creatures. Fey typically being naturally harmless, or not necessarily harmless, but like positive. Like they aren't harmful unless aggravated.
They won't like instigate an attack.
Yeah, don't have like a negative disposition towards people. Fiends being the opposite side and monsters being neutrals. So basically it comes down to alignment.
Okay. Fey are the goodest.
Yoferdir and Xedre, you don't know these terms.
But these aren't like elvish in connection or anything.
No, there's no Feywild type concept to it or anything like that. It's just a matter of magical creatures that are either good, neutral, or evil. This is what categories they fit into. So saying it's a Fey is just it's a good-natured creature.
Okay.
What would have happened if we fed him?
What does it eat? Do you know what it eats?
I would feed it good berries.
Usually it's not looking for food. It's usually looking for stuff. They steal.
How is there a way to befriend them?
Well, you can't hire.
I don't know why you would want to.
Fair enough. I just walk away, drinking, and just go back to my horse. No Fey for me.
I half expected that's where this encounter was going. Somebody was going to adopt the damn thing.
I would have if you guys woke me up.
It was making very cute noises.
I know.
Why Salinas wasn't worried.
Well, that's like I feel like the cute noises would have been like how poison dart frogs are such beautiful, vibrant colors. It's like I'm especially not fucking with that thing.
The vault would pick
Here's
up a
the
poison
thing.
dart frog.
Here's the thing. After seeing it through the familiar's eyes and seeing it through my own eyes, do I feel like I have a pretty good sense of what that creature looks like?
Yeah.
Draw it.
No.
No. Pottery.
Maybe one day.
Make
wild
a pottery
shape
out of it. A wild shape.
Maybe. But Xedre doesn't understand that they're different. So he's like, I can turn into it.
It would be a situation like the Turnabog rabbit, obviously, so. Killer rabbit.
That's gonna be Vault's death one of these days. Just being like, can I pet the thing?
Oh, that's so cute.
On that note, we'll get packed up, I think.
Yeah.
If no one else
Are
is.
we ready to go?
Yeah, I would like to get there as soon as possible.
Agreed.
Jenica will dump out whatever's left of the coffee to put the fire out and get her horse ready.
All of the apples are officially gone.
Oh, the apples are gone. Wow, we ate all of them. Does anyone have my lamp? Kiesel, I believe I left it with you last night.
I gave it to Joffrey, do you?
I gave it to Xedre.
I kept it next to where I slept.
May I have it back?
It's still just on the ground.
Yeah, there's no more
Just
of
sitting
it.
there.
Just picks it up and he hands it over to you.
I actually have extra oil if you all need. And anyway, just grabs it and just kind of put it away.
I put you down to 1 oil flask from the 2.
Oh, I
that
haven't
you had.
refilled it yet. Do you want me to put it down as that way? Like, I haven't refilled
Well,
it.
no,
specifically.
you had 2.
Yes.
You would have used 1 to run
it was. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, they don't come preloaded.
Got it.
Battery's not included.
Fair enough. We're down to 1 thing of oil. 1 night of that.
All right. Guys, saddle up. Head out into your dawn travel. Clear skies, low wind, thankful respite from the cold and rainy temperatures of the day before. And the road's a bit of a mess from the heavy downpour that was over the majority of the night. And so it is slow going on the road, but you pass the first half of your ride relatively innocently. Not a whole lot of activity. Anything you guys do during your first 4 hours of travel?
Like to, at some point during that time, saddle up in the front next to Jenica.
Sure.
Have a little chit chat.
Okay.
Like I don't mean to bother you, but I do to curious about what exactly your how do I put this tactfully? What your organization, your setup in Dorn is.
What do you want to know?
Just let me just jump straight to my point.
That would be great.
That would make things easier. I might be interested to see if you were interested continuing to with sure as more of a sense of guys scratch your back, you scratch mine, get information in the loop thing. I'm trying to work on having a better information on the wider world. Have a setup, at least in Maidenthorn. You know who's going where and what's going on.
Price is right. I'm happy to sell information.
Good enough.
That it?
Well, I mean, yeah, that was mostly what I was curious about. But I am still curious. Was willing to talk to you about. But I am still curious about how much of a network you have, and did you done to really be able to set up that many informants? Really try to get on this woman's good side.
Give me a schmooze roll. Give me a persuasion.
Okay.
Roll for schmooze.
On. The best I could have done.
Nice 15.
if you're looking to kind of get into the same business as myself and make these types of contacts and whatnot, it really wouldn't do me very well to be passing out all of my contacts and cutting myself out of the equation. If you'd like to buy information off of me through my network, I'm more than happy to provide that. But as to knowing the ins and outs of how extensive or who might work for me or where I might have contacts, let's just say it's a large network. Yeah, that Maidenthorn is just one part.
Well, I'm very glad I spoke to you then. And I, of course, would not expect you to reveal all of your the way. I was more curious on how you were able to get that many contacts. What sort of methods were you... Names of the contacts, but how you heard them.
A variety of ways. Some, I treat them well, they treat me well. Others, they didn't treat me quite so well, and now they owe me things.
A lady after all.
Honestly say the former enjoy a much more hospitable arrangement with myself.
I imagine. I would like to stay on the side of contacts who treat you well.
That would be good. I much prefer those types of contacts.
Well, no, see you have in Thorn, and I assume the wider area. Please feel to contact me in some area to Luria. I have several people out there that might be able to get you some information. Let's do everything. Happy to, I'd be not just happy, I would like to work with you.
I will definitely keep that in mind.
There is ever so much.
Not this time. You guys notice that despite the fact that the day is progressing, the temperature is decreasing. Still maintaining just the low wind, no sign of storms or anything like that. But up ahead, see a woman goblin woman in what appears to be some sort of cleric or priest robes, who starts like flagging you guys down like politely, not like urgent in trouble or anything, but just kind of a hello, waving from the side of the road as you approach. And that's where we'll stop for tonight. So
nice.
So with that, we will do our usual closeout stuff for those of you viewing. We have everybody pick an MVRP, so most valuable role player for the night, and as well as some questions that they have in character and favorite moments for the night. So yeah, let's get some rolls out here to figure out who's going first, and it looks like Xedre tonight.
No, I want to defer. I want to be last.
Right. Then Yofred here.
I think I gotta go for Xedre with the way he handled the interaction with the little creature during the watch. Just how skeptical he was, of course, and then how he woke up Selena's and dealing with Selena's not wanting to wake up and all that. So,
all right, Vault.
Gonna go Xedre on this one. I liked him leading the prayer. That was great. Also, really fun little touch about the putting the fire out in his finger when he hadn't used all the lightning. Nice little touch.
Here's got spells. It's wild. I love the spell list.
Alfred.
Magic. I'll give it to Salinas. I feel like, as said, the magic was good tonight. Some wonderful spells, some great intimidation with them. Also, like, trying to get back to your roots and like having Salinas open up to like coming back into Aurora is like very cute and so like kudos for that. The whole prayer scene was nice.
Salinas.
I am also going to. No, I'm going to give it to Alfred because, man, what a badass! 2 crits, those green flame blades. That was freaking awesome. Just the the focus and the quips during that combat.
Yeah, Alfred's gonna love that blade a lot more now. That's a lot of fun.
Kiesel.
I'm gonna give it to Salinas too because wow, that 10-minute cast of Liamon's fucking tiny hut that turned into like a 20-minute cast. However, the payoff and the implication for the failure of the first time, I like, and I like the descriptions used, especially Salinas' singing abilities. It's very bardly, but I liked it. It was great.
You know, speaking on that, if he hadn't failed the first time, the fey creature might have actually like come too close to when it was supposed to like fizzle out, because it only had like a half hour left.
Yeah, and that's bad timing on my end because it should have already fizzled before that whole encounter happened because the 8 hours was really up. There was 4 2-hour watches were completed before Xedre was on watch, so it should have already been gone. But it is now canon.
You are kind, DM.
We were spared.
Xedre.
Mine's gonna go to Salinas for a different reason. The conversation that Vault and Salinas had about adding this leader Rin to like their network would be like, well, you got the last one, and it's just like these are people. But I did like that quite a bit.
How did Brendel feel about that as this conversation's happening?
He was back off away from the conversation at that point.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody, roll for questions then. I like seeing all the colors.
I know, isn't it fun?
Yeah.
Oh,
Xedre, Alfred, roll off.
Race to the bottom. Okay.
Xedre again.
Xedre, top of the order again. You have Salinas' luck from last week.
I won't defer this time. I have to keep it fair. But Xedre's question is just more so about like Jenica is like with us, but she's also not with us. I'm thoroughly impressed that she stayed beside us as this combat happened and didn't like run off in the same way that the leaders underlings did. So what is her commitment to our group for this job? Like what would have her run away and have those like self-preservation instincts kick in? So where's the line there?
Jenica's commitment level. Alfred.
I want to know Alfred's influence, where he's getting all this from.
Look at me, big boy.
But beside that, it'd be, when we get to our destination, is everything gonna go as smooth as we think it's gonna go? Are there gonna be any hiccups, like any people asking for tolls?
All right. Alfred.
Alfred's mostly wondering, like, if the rest of the trip is going to be smooth. He's kind of wondering, like, what the local fauna that he doesn't know about, that kind of worries him, since this is I guess, what he considers his home territory, and not knowing something that close to home is not that great. Yeah, I think that's it. I had something else, but I can't remember now.
Kiesel.
What the fuck is going on in the town that we just left? Man, oh man, that's more prevalent than what these ding dongs are doing. I mean, of course, how many more clowns are we gonna run into, or maybe do the bandits get more organized the closer we get to the city? But really, I don't know. Kiesel's mind is back with the people.
Fault.
Why are we getting cock blocked constantly? All of my plans by my own party are getting cock blocked again. Let's go deal with something. No, don't do it. Let's go hire this person maybe, or at least talk to him. Vault, you're not allowed to. Why?
You're the first one.
I'm like, hey, let's talk to him. No. Pull out my weapon to fire? No. I don't get it.
Because you're not the leader.
I guess not. I guess I'm just not allowed to do shit, bruh.
Not on this.
Trying to be
rotation.
respectful for people, and they just like, listen, fuck you. All right, cool. So my question is, why? What is driving people to cockblock my intentions? Like, am I doing something wrong that I don't get?
There's a difference between helping people that deserve it and helping criminals, I think, is a big thing with it. Because this lady's probably been doing it for a while.
But nobody even knows what I wanted to do. Y'all, like, literally jump at it and stop me before I even get to say what it is.
Brindell got hired as just like this regular old schmuck that like had something to do, and he was like hard on his times, and he's like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna do this, get some money, and like feed my family.
Right.
Breen, whoever
Rin.
she is, Rin. She's a terrible person. She's just like she's just huffing people for money at some random interval.
Yeah.
Premeditative.
I feel like the question
It's a
still
living.
revolves around the lack of trust. Why am I not trusted by the party? What have I done to be lack of trusted? Alright, that's my
I
question.
think Alfred's given any lack of trust, at least.
Salinas.
I'll ask it because no one else has yet. What's up with the lady on the side of the road?
Oh yeah.
Like what's she up to? She doesn't seem threatening. Does her presence coincide with the weird cold wave we're feeling? What's up with that?
Maybe she's just trying to sell fresh apples.
Horses
Hey,
are on the
let's
road.
We gotta restock. All we have
The
left is
first
carrots.
gas station we've seen in 4 miles.
This is a good business.
And then just the normal like how am I gonna figure out this thing with Aurora? But that's kind of a constant thing.
All right, roll one more time.
A woman of the faith in Baral, she's probably a lady.
But if it is like coinciding with this like weird, if she is the cause of like this weird cold area, we feel like priestess of Briora.
Another crazy person by the side of the road while we're traveling. Hopefully no trees come out and fight us.
All right, Salinas, you're back up on Fave Moment.
Oh, I really liked I really liked the whole cute creature, and then getting to see your drawing of it. That was adorable. I'm always excited to see the new fun monsters homebrew up for us.
All right, thanks. Yofrid here.
Honestly, I really enjoyed this release session. This whole session. I think everyone else did too. Like, it was first combat in a while. Everyone had, or seemed to have, this enthusiasm for it. Alfred was really into the combat for one of the first times we've seen. And, you know, it was awesome roleplay during the camp and all that stuff too. So, it was overall a really good session.
Alfred.
Yeah, I mean, building off of that, both in and out of character, like that combat session was exactly what I needed. It was a lot of fun, just like hacking and slashing and being able to let loose, showing a little bit of Alfred, like picking up from the rest of who he hangs around. As you are the median of everyone that you hang around. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. Green Flame Blade is pretty good.
Xedre.
I really liked getting to hear, like, on these individual watches where everybody was going. The fact that this, like, Alfred's patch was frequented quite a bit on watches, but also vault climbing into the tree underneath Jenica, and just seeing the different ways that everybody kind of did it. It gave everybody a chance to kind of like highlight what they're good at, which I enjoy, and all in the midst of just getting absolutely rained upon.
Fault.
I honestly think the combat was fun. It was nice to see like the energy and enthusiasm from everybody, like as everyone was kind of chomping at the bit to roll dice. It's fun. Good energy.
And Kiesel.
Man, 3 for 3 on the end there. You know what? I liked the tail end of combat when it was wrapping up, and all of the moves people started taking. Very, as much as people were excited to get into initiative, it's always fun when people get excited to get out of initiative. It's like, all right, I want to do this. I want to talk to this person. I want to get my piece in, and I have my one-liner. You know, I always enjoy that.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right. That is all of our questions, favorite moments, MVRPs. Thanks to all of you watching live, watching on demand, checking us out just in general. Much appreciated. We all appreciate that. And I guess until next week.
Yeah, thanks for coming and watching us play D&D.